Hello everybody and welcome, it's your boy Logic and we're coming back with a brand new BattleMania 2 here, the multiplayer tournament here. And here in the semi-final of the winners bracket, we do have Void Lolds coming up against RTK, and I do apologise if I say your name wrong here, Kafafk. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, I do apologise. But here we do have the semi-finals of the winners brackets, and we do still have the loser bracket continuing here. As we can see at the moment, we do have a Rubber Duck War here in round 4, along with Dr. Coco. He's going to be coming here, both these two, and the winner out of Post Deviant and Dr. Jellyfish, and Nikit Not, and Extraordinary. But the winner between those four guys there will go against either Rubber Duck War or Dr. Coco. But here in the semi-finals of the winner brackets, Void Lolds and the RTK Kafafk here have made it through to the semi-finals, so it should be interesting to see what these guys do. So as we can go through here, so it looks like we have a ban from the Green Teams coming in from Void Lolds, we have a ban from Skaven coming in for Kafafk, and we have a ban from Brett and a Wood Elves pick coming in from Void Lolds. And it looks like we have an Empire pick coming in for Kafafk, and it looks like they're both ready. Great. Right, perfect. So it looks like we're going to get both these guys to say, wait for me to start. And we're going to hop straight into the battle here. So I hope all of you guys are doing very well today. Please stick around. When we get to the final, just as we're loading in for the final, I'm going to be revealing a big announcement we got for next week coming in here for BattleMania. Next week is going to be something very, very special happening. So hopefully at the final there, hopefully you guys will stay around so that you can see what's going to be going on there. So we do have River Amazon here, so it's really very interesting. We do have the Wood Elves here for Void Lolds coming up against Kafafk here with the Empire. So it should be very, very interesting going on here. We do have lots and lots of good stuff going on. So I hope everybody here is having a fantastic day. Let's hop here, back in. Looks like we're just waiting for one of these guys to load in here. Just going to be waiting for the rest of these guys as well in the loser bracket to catch up. And so we can get some more semi-finals going for you guys. So I hope everybody's been enjoying the tournament here today. I know Rubber Duck War's been live streaming. I don't know if anybody else has been live streaming this, but I hope you guys are enjoying this. So this is my second ever tournament here for multiplayer. I've actually only been playing 2 weeks. Well, let's go. I utterly lost my first round and second matches today. Absolutely not a problem, dude. No worries. I hope you enjoyed yourself, Jim. I hope you had a fantastic time. But as guys, for you, those that don't know me, I'm a legendary campaign streamer, but I'm actually come across to multiplayer. Rubber Duck War has brought me over. I'm really, really loving what's going on here. I love playing multiplayer. I've only been doing it for 2 weeks, so it's very, very interesting for me, and I'm really enjoying it a lot. I'm playing in the WWC quite a lot, so I've got some lots and lots of videos coming in there. For you guys, I do in the description down below, I do have my Discord. So all of you guys are welcome to join that and see all of the stuff that I'm publishing, and hopefully you guys can come and join some of these tournaments in the future. But yeah, and there's no worries in losing here today, guys. This is all experience for everybody, so I hope everybody's enjoying themselves. And going forward, actually participation is going to be quite good going forward here for this competition. So we're going to have an Void Lolds here. Let's have a little look at his armies. He's going to be having great Stag Knights, some Glade Riders as well there by the looks. So it looks like we're going to be having 2 units of Great Stags. We're also going to have some Glade Riders here. We're going to also along the front line here, we're going to have everything. Hagbane Tips, some more normal Glade Guard as well. So it looks like 2 Hagbane Tips here, and we've got some more in the trees. So we're also going to be having some Eternal Guard, 2 units. We're also going to be having a Glade Captain, and we're going to be having a Spellweaver High here. Let's get on the Spellweaver High, have a little look. Spellweaver High is going to be coming with Channeling Staff, Soul Quench, and Apotheosis. So perfect there. Let's get in here on the Glade Captain on top of a Stag, which is quite interesting. I like this. Potion of Strength, going to be coming in Horn of Isha, and all the other good stuff for them. That's coming from Void Lolds there, so nice stuff going on here. Fantastic there. And we're going to be hopping over to Kafaf here and the Empire. So he's got 2 units of Empire Knights here. Along the front line, we're going to be having some Spearmen with shields, so 1-2 units there. Some Swordsmen, some more spears here, and we're also going to be having these Silver Bullets. I like these guys. They do have Stalk, fantastic unit. We are going to be having Marcus Wolfheart, so the big hunter boy coming in here. He's be coming in with the Amber Bow and Snare. I like that. We're going to be having some Spearmen on top of here of the ROR Great Cannon. So the Hammer of the Witch is coming in here. I'd love to see that pick. We're going to be having a Wizard here, so it looks like a Fire Wizard here. So perfect here, what we're going to be coming in with. So we're going to be having Power Stone for that regeneration rate here for the power reserves. Burning Head, we're going to be having Flaming Sword of Ruin, Fireball, and obviously going to be coming a Kindle Flame. And in the back here, looks like 2 units of Knights of the Blazing Sun. So fantastic stuff here. And it looks like they've already started, so fantastic. Alright, so good luck, very good there. Good luck, have fun. So it does look like we have the Glade Riders here pushing in and trying to seek out if there's anything in this forest. They are going to be finding some Empire Knights, and because they're Wood Elves, they are going to be doing better up here in this forest. They have been spotted, but it does look like we have the Spellweaver High here coming over the top, but he is going to be kited here by Marcus Wolfheart. We do have a spell going down here, so there has been a net going down here on the Spellweaver, so we should be getting some good shots here coming in from Marcus Wolfheart. But we are going to be needing to see that the Glade Riders here can be pushed off so they don't hop on top of Marcus Wolfheart. He's not very tanky. He only has 50 armor. He only has about 36 speed. He's not very fast. So some good Silver Bullets coming in up against the Spellweaver. Good stuff there. We'd like to see him a little bit more proactive here with the Silver Bullets. And very, very statue here. These guys are really trying to search each other out here, trying to work out what's going to happen here. As you can see, you're going to have a little bit of kiting here, coming in with the Glade Riders. Going to be kiting up against the Empire Knights. These guys have lots of armor, so most of these arrows here, not very good armor piercing, but they still will do some damage. Damage over time will help here. A little bit of healing coming in here for the Wood Elves, but nothing really coming in much here from the Empire. So it should be interesting to see all damage done here to the Empire will be done. But as we can see, both of them just scouting each other out. They're both trying to work out where's the best place to attack. We do still have a lot of units here in the trees. We do have the Great Stags here. These guys are going to be waiting for that perfect opportunity to pounce. As you can see, we do have the Wood Elf player here moving forward, but need to be seeing what's going to be going on in here in the back. So we still have the Great Cannon shooting here, and it looks like we have a good Amber coming through here. Good shot here up against the Glade Captain, so fantastic work there coming in from him with his special ability. And we're going to be having the Spellweaver up the top, just trying to go over and trying to get any sort of free stuff that she can get her hands on. So we do have the Glade Riders here. These guys are just going to be waiting on the edge of the forest here, but I think he's shooting them with the cannon here, I think he's trying to shoot them with the cannon, so I would prefer to see him maybe shooting up against some other stuff over here, perhaps. Maybe trying to see if you can get some good damage onto these Dryads, these nice big hitboxes, maybe get some damage in there as well. Spellweaver here, moving over onto the left-hand side, trying to really scout each other out, trying to make sure that they get some good damage trade over here. And over here on the left hand side here, let's have a look for the Wood Elves. We do have a sneaky play here with some Glade Riders and Spears in the side waiting for that charge. These guys have been spotted, and they're not going to do as well in the forest up against the Glade Riders, so it's best for them to get out as well. And I think they don't take much negative to shooting in the trees either, so it's going to be much more beneficial for these guys in the trees. So not somewhere that the Kafif and the Empire here is going to want to fight. As you can see, they are pushing around the right-hand side of the flank here. We do have Void Lords coming around the right here with the Spellweaver, really trying to get on some of these units, but he is going to start firing his cannon here up into the Spellweaver, hopefully trying to get some free damage. Some good shots into the Glade Guard here as well. The Glade Rider, sorry, should get some good damage. However, both players here playing it rather slow, but still here, both sides still shooting. Oh, fantastic coming through there, and they've managed to really damage these guys here. Mostly the Spearmen, but good amount of damage here coming up against the units, but actually not destroying any cannons. So some fantastic work there. As we can see in the back here, just playing nicely here, getting that range, getting that damage, but we are going to be getting some free value coming in here up against the Spearmen. These guys are shielded, so I don't mind these. Oh, we do have a Fireball going through. Let's have a look to see if that Fireball can connect. He's going to be trying to juke this Fireball. Can he juke the Fireball? Let's have a little look. Fantastic juke of the Fireball there, well done. And we do have some units here starting to move into the tree. The Great Stag Knights here trying to move in very sneakily, see if they can get some charges in here. Try and maybe get around into the back, but we do have some counter-skirmish here coming in with the Empire Knights at the back. So it's really hard to pin apart this armor. There's not much to pin apart from the Great Cannon here and apart from the Silver Bullets in the front. And these guys have Stalk anyway, so getting onto these is going to be very difficult. Let's have a little look here. Okay, so not much damage here. So they have come off and they have broken off their cannons. So good work there. So very, very well done. And now they should really try and see if they can capitalize here, or maybe just try and see if they can get some good kiting and some good value. So these silver bullets at the front don't have any protection, and they will be seen very, very quickly. But some good volleys here into the Dryads. Yeah, as you can see here, good retreating here. I would like to see them get in and behind their spearmen and maybe try and get some good volleys here into the Dryads. An okay amount of damage coming in the spearmen. I think it's a bit of a waste of ammunition shooting units that are only about 350 each. Would like to see them getting in on some better targets, but nonetheless, damage is damage at the end of the day. And these guys will be getting back on the cannon and they will be shooting again. As you can see here, I think we have all 3 cannons still operational. So we're still going to get some good damage coming in here, but it looks like we do have some Empire Knights over here chasing a unit of Glade Guard here. Keep saying Glade Guard, I mean Glade Riders here with spears. So these guys having 94 speed and 66 respectively, although it does look like they have caught them. Very, very interesting. So a few units going down here, so some good play there. Really shutting these guys down. Really making sure that these guys aren't waiting in the forest, and we do have some Eternal Guard here to challenge these guys if needed, but they are a lot slower, a lot slower. They are much tankier, but they're a lot slower. So just not like there's been a lot of damage coming here with the Spellweaver, so they are using challenging staff, trying to get some of that Winds of Magic back quickly here with the High Magic. As you can see, some good shots coming in from the Glade Guard here, trying to really distract on this front line, but all of it's going to be having 30 armor with some bronze shields, so they are going to be taking a lot of these shots on very well, but it looks like we're going to get the Dryads in the front. So let's get the nice little view here. These guys charging into each other. Fantastic stuff. The Spearmen will do relatively well up against the Dryads here. Get some Dryads here onto the Swordsman, and it might not go so well here for the Swordsman, but some good fire coming over the top as well, just assisting. Good 4 units here. These guys should get some good damage, but some counter charge coming in from the Empire Knights just to push these guys back should give them the opportunity here. A good fire coming down, a good burning head coming down, really taking out these Dryads. So some good work there coming in from the Firecaster. Silver bullets here should also be able to help shoot into some of these Dryads. Good big hitboxes, nice to shoot these guys. We do have some more Dryads coming in, trying to help these guys, allow them to come back to the battlefield as well. So it looks like we're going to be getting the Spearmen pushing up, trying to push back these archers, so some good play, and we do have some good units here in the back from the Empire, but we have had a unit of Empire Knights pushed out, and the very, very slow Empire Knights here might get caught here up against the Great Stag Knights here. These guys do have good AP, silver shield, and a good amount of armor. They will win in this engagement very, very easily. These guys have been caught. They are faster. They do come in with a very good speed of about, I think it's about 84, I think. Oh no, they have 90 speed. Okay, so very, very good speed considering they are relatively heavily armoured. So some good speed there. And actually breaking the Empire Knights. So well played here. Some good play there. And we do, in the front here, we are getting some good fire coming in, some good holding off here with the Great Stag Knights, stopping the Empire Knights from coming in, and they're going to probably swap in and out with the Internal Guard here, get these Stag Knights in and round into the middle, get them into this pocket, and really start shutting down some key units such as the Silver Bullets. But the Silver Bullets are getting shot very, very hard. These guys are going to try and get as much trade value as they possibly can, try and shoot into Spellweaver and get as much damage there as they can, but maybe try and get the Empire Knights into the, into the range here of the Wood Elves. As we can see here, we have had a unit of Empire Knights come back, but these guys will be getting chased off as all the units here from the Wood Elves being much, much faster. And it looks like we are going to get, is that healing coming in here? Let's have a little look. So it's Hunter's Snare going down on all these units, and a Burning Head. What a fantastic play coming in there. Pin these guys in place, get as much damage as you possibly can with the Burning Head. Maybe try to see if you can get some good volleys into them as well. So well played coming in here from Fifth here in the Empire, using his fire. Using his Fire Sorcerer here. So fantastic work there. And it looks like we are going to get the Eternal Guard here. You need to get the Eternal Guard. They have shattered, unfortunately. But looks like the Glade Guard here. I'm going to be trying to shoot here into the Empire Knights. You get rid of the mobility here for the Empire. The Empire could struggle just a little bit. But as we can see here, it is going into the way here of the Wood Elves. As you can see, there's a little bit of a mass breaking here going on for the Empire. Very unfortunate here. The mobility and the extra range coming in, really paying dividends here, showing just how great it can be. And Marcus Wolfhart here, in fighting up against the Spellweaver. And a good fireball coming in. Fantastic. Marcus Wolfhart should roughly win here. It would be difficult, but if you manage to get these Knights of the Blazing Sun onto that Spellweaver, stop it from getting into the air with a good counter charge that are coming in with the Stag Knights. So good stuff there. Pin down Marcus Wolfhart, get rid of him, and you could do very, very well here. But you also, it'd be nice to get the Knights of the Blazing Sun. If they manage to take out the Spellweaver, could be very, very good here, and it could be a turnaround point for the Empire. So there's a unit of Dryads out here on the end. They have been chasing off a unit by the looks, but they've gone very, very far out of their range. They probably won't be seeing these for the rest of the battle now. As we can see, we do have some Glade Riders going up against some Spearmen, so not a place they want to be, but it does have some support here coming in from the Spellweaver. That will be causing fear as well, so it should put these guys relatively easy. Good Fireball coming in, just nearly missing the Spellweaver. I think clipping the Spellweaver, still getting some good damage, and we have a Burning Head going down here. Let's have a look at this. Ooh, yeah, some very, very good value coming in there. So well done here. He's done. I must admit, Kafif has done very well here with his Bright Wizard here. Very, very good. Unfortunately, I think it's a little bit just too late. Unfortunately, most of his front line failing here, and unfortunately losing his Empire Knights, which unfortunately they're all very, very heavily armored and not very fast. So it was very easy. Once they got out of position, it was very easy here for the Wood Elves to catch them with the Great Stag Knights. But there has been a good net come in, but I think unfortunately it's just a little bit too late. Well played to both opponents. Very, very well played. Let's update the bracket here. So well played to Void Lulz. We will be seeing him in the final. So fantastic stuff here, guys. Let's just hop back onto you lot so you can, so I can see what you're saying. So well played to both here. So let's have a look at the spell. We've coming in 1.7k value damage, 10k damage. Very, very good coming in there. Those spells really going down on the Hammer of the Witches there. Very, very good. I think that was probably a good turning point in the battle. Getting these guys off and getting these guys routing. Stop the range here from the Empire. And unfortunately, that Funlight, without any support, was never going to win here up against the Dryads. So, unfortunately, the Glade Captain wasn't really able to get much done. The Prodigal wasn't much for it to hit, but it did get damaged relatively hardly at the beginning. As we can see here, getting lots and lots of kills. Not much value, but lots of kills coming from the Dryad, doing exactly what they needed to in the front. 900 value. As you can see, most of the range here getting the value it needed. And as we can see, the Great Stag Knights coming 1.2, 1.7, and 600 coming in for the Glade Rider. So fantastic. Well played to Void Lulz, and very well played for Kafif. I did like his fantastic play here with the Bright Wizard coming in with 1.8k value. Good value there. Very, very good value. And 1,000 value coming in from Marcus Wolfart. I am a big fan of Marcus Wolfart with his net, so very good plays there. And as we can see here, 1.2k value coming in for Knights of the Blazing Sun, and 500 here for the other unit. Great Cannon, unfortunately, not getting the value it needed, unfortunately. But very, very well played there to everybody. Unfortunately, also not for the Silver Bullets, but well played. Well played, Void. See you in the final. So we'll just update the brackets here. We'll get everybody in and ready to go. So as we can see here, if we have a look at the bracket, we have a Rubber Duck War playing up against Extraordinary here. So that's be interesting. And then we're going to be swapping around here. So Deadly Bunnies have to go, unfortunately. So he will be swapping in for Noob for Life. But I think the Rubber Duck War has played Noob for Life as well. Let's see if a Rubber Duck War wins here or if Extraordinary wins here. Should be interesting to see out of those two who wins. So it looks like we've got a little bit of time to wait. Would you like to play some more games? Alright, so let's see if we can get Kafif back in, as we have a little bit of waiting here. Like to play another game, yeah, whilst we wait. So try and see if we can get Kafif back in, see if we can get another game going. See if we can get another game going for these guys for the stream, see if we can get these guys playing a little bit more. And yes, let me message Mr. Gobbo Slayer. Here we go. Right, so it looks like here we're going to be... I'm going to try and get him back in if I can. More games with me. Or... I wasn't sure how to spell his name. Kafka, I think his name was. I'm very bad with names. I'm so sorry. Right, so let's go back in here and see if he wants to play some more games. Right, so the lower brackets aren't ready. I was going to try and stream these guys when they were ready, but unfortunately they're not ready yet. So we're going to get Kafif back in here and try and see if we can get an extra game with these guys. Well, I hope everybody's having a fantastic evening today, wherever you are, and I hope you guys are looking forward to the battle. So we're going to have Void Lulz in the final here, and Kafif here will be playing in the losers final to get his second opportunity to play back in the final here. So the worst he can do here today is third, and the worst Void Lulz can do here today is finishing in second. Let's just see if Kafif wants to play here. Right, just wait for my word. Yes, you are. Yeah, so unfortunately, Goblin Slayer wasn't able to make the beginning, and he did get one loss up against the Rubber Duck of War, but I'm going to be giving him a second choice here. Okay, we can play in 5 minutes, I'll smoke. Perfect. So it looks like he's going to be coming back. Kafafka, like the Hungarian philosopher. Oh, right, okay, fantastic. Yeah, I probably should know that. Right, so let's have a look here and see how these guys are getting on. So if you guys can't see the brackets, I'll leave this here. Let's copy that. I'll be leaving that here in the, let's paste. Here in the comments, you guys will be able to look there and look at the brackets as well. So you'll be able to see the brackets as they go live here. So depending on which out of these two win, we should be able to see here. Hopefully we get Kafafka here back in. See if he wants to play some more games. If not, we'll just have to sit and wait, unfortunately, just a little bit. Yeah, so it looks like he's trying to come back in. Yeah, it looks like he's back in. Perfect. Void will be 5. Okay. Cool. So it looks like here, let's have a little double check again. No, so it doesn't look like it's been updated yet. But yeah, so going forward next week, guys, so when it comes to the final, just before the final, I will be releasing an announcement here for BattleMania and how it's going to change as of next week. The style of the game will stay the same. However, the approach to it will be a little bit different. I'm not going to release too much just yet, but as we go through, there should be some nice little cheeky updates for you guys. Let's just give Avoid a message, see if he's here. So yeah, a good battle there. I really don't like fighting up against Wood Elves. I think they're probably one of my least favourites. But I hope you guys have. Yeah, so I've been playing in the WWC as well, which has been really nice. Which is the Warhammer World Championship. I've got a nice couple of wins going on there, and got a couple of losses as well. So we're going to have some nice videos coming through on the channel here. So for those of you guys that haven't seen much of me before. Maybe think about checking out some of those videos. As I said, I am brand new here. I've only been playing for 2 weeks in the multiplayer scene. I haven't been doing much. Maybe I had about 20 to 30 games. So I'm a little bit new here. So yeah, I mainly come from campaign streams. WWC is awesome. Thank you very much to those guys that organised it. What a fantastic tournament. Absolutely fantastic. I've been loving it. And some of the guys that I've met from it, actually I think there's 3 or 4 guys in here that I've met in my group that have joined to play today. So awesome from those guys to come in and play. Yeah, it's really awesome. And I think top 5 from every group progresses through to the next round. So I think... there's over 1,000 people to organise and loads of different time zones. I'm in EU 26 bracket, So that shows us at least 26 European brackets. That doesn't include North America. That doesn't include like Asia. There's just so many. There's just so many brackets. It's fantastic. But over 1,000 people and top 5 go through, which means there'll still be another stage of at least 500 people going through. So there's lots and lots of stuff to go through there. And I'm sure from that top 5, but maybe 2 will go through. And even with only 2 going through, that's still 200 people to get through. So just fantastic stuff going on here, and I'm sure some of the guys like a Robert Duck of War, if you guys don't know him, check him out. He will be doing his stuff there, showing off. So it looks like we do have a battle. It looks like we have Deadly Bunnies going up against Extraordinary here. So I'm going to be getting the boys here to join up. Right, we have... So lads, the next match is ready. Feel free to play though. Right, so I'm just going to be leaving here. I don't know how I can leave. There we go. Cool. The battles, multiplayer, host. Oh no, we need to go back there. I need to be hosting in beta. Perfect. Right, let's get the boys in then. Right, let's get the big boy in here. Let's get Gobbo in. Gonna get the big Gobbo Slayer in here, and he will be facing today. Let's have a little look. We're going to be facing up again Extraordinary here today. Coming in, I think he's from RTK, I believe. I could be wrong, but I think he's coming in from RTK today. So it should be a good matchup between these. And those who don't know Gobbo Slayer, he's a very, very good player. I've played him a few times. He has shown me how to play a couple of times, that's for sure. Alright, let's get all the guys in here then. So Extraordinary. Let's send him a message. Right. Join me up. You're in semis up against Gobbo Slayer. Let's make 2 here. We'll get these guys in. Right, it just needs to add me here. Let's get Gobbo to add me up. You are waiting for... Perfect. So let's get going here. Just wait for these guys to add me up if they're going to, and then we'll get it going here. Here we go. Totally. Quite quiet, Mr. Robert Duckle. How you doing? How you doing, Blackthorn? Nice to see you over here. Report win indeed. How's everybody doing today? We do have a Gobbo Slayer in here today. Unfortunately, he was unable to make the first match, so he did get a loss up against the Robert Duckle War. And someone did need to replace Bunnies. So, being that you only have 1 loss, I thought, as it's a bit of a fun tournament today, we'll let him step in and have another game, as he was available. I did give a few guys a message, but he was the first one to respond, so I gave him the opportunity. So he's going to be coming in against Extraordinary here. Let's see if either of these guys have joined. It doesn't look like it. Let's just double check here and see what they're saying. Perfect. We'll add him up on Steam. Let's get him added. Right, friends. Add a friend. There we go. Gobbo added. Yes, of course. Right, so get these guys added up here. Let's have a little look. So should be some interesting games here. So the guy I beat now may get revenge against the guy who got revenge against me. Something like that, yeah, something like that. Needs to be more blood, skulls, and war. There does. Sounds very Dowie-like. You trying to compare me to the Dowie Rubber Ducky War? Absolutely outrageous. No, it's fantastic. Love the Dowie. If I was going to be anybody here, I would be the Dowie. Let's get the big Gobbo in here. Oh, perfect. He's in. So as I said, guys, in the final today, I will be announcing how we're going to be stepping forward here with BattleMania. There will be a nice little announcement for everybody involved. So for when you guys do participate or you do see in the future, there will be some additional stuff on top of what already the main frame of BattleMania is. So that'd be really, really nice there. And we should be getting a friend request coming in now. Let me just double check. Yep, looks like we have a invite here. Yep, accept. Yeah, so he is from RTK, perfect. Right, let's get him in here. Perfect. So he's invited as well. So the big Gobbo's in. So how did your game go, Rubber Ducky War? What happened? How did you lose? You lost up against the big... big howdy coming in from Slayer. How did you lose to Extraordinary? How did you lose to him? What happened? Or maybe someone from your stream can tell me if anybody came over. Yeah, looks like Extraordinary's in here, so fantastic. So Gobbo to ban first. So let's get Gobbo to. I like the bold pick. Let's have a look. We missed him with a hard try build. Oh, did he have his screen blocker up this time? That's the question. Did he have his screen blocker up? Did a stupid ban on my side? Oh, really? Blackthorn and Pat P tried to save me. Oh, okay. Who does RTK like to play? Do we know? I've not actually seen RTK play before. Oh, yeah. Let's get the map up here. God, me and these maps, eh? So we're going to be playing on Herot's Ridge. Okay. Yes, sorry. Had to pull out. Yeah, unfortunately, Bunny's had to pull out today. Such a shame to see him pull out. He was doing really, really well today. Absolute shame. Oh, a few messages coming in here. I'm not sure if we did the right advice, to be honest. It is a build I still want to try myself. But what build? What did he bring? What build did he bring? What were the bans? I didn't see it, unfortunately. I did watch a couple of games when I had an opportunity. But what happened? Yeah, okay. So great sponsorship coming in from Extraordinary. Thought you might prefer to play someone extra rather than just move on. I banned Skaven. So looks like it's going to be a big ban from Gober coming in from banning Skaven there. I like that. He was VC, I was Chaos. Ooh, okay. I snap ban Lizardmen, which was a bit stupid, as VC are super strong versus Chaos. Yeah. It's not something I would want to face, that's for sure. Did he go mass gun line, did he? Just like a ginormous gun line. I'm assuming, and just like that nice, cheap, cheerful chaff in the front. Okay, this looks like a green skin ban coming in from RTK. Okay, so that does leave the big Skaven open. Okay, we have a High Elves ban, and he picks Dowie. Interesting. Okay. Well, I'm in for a treat. I'm a humongous Dowie fan, and awesome. I like that. I like that a lot coming in. Fantastic. Though a lot of think DE is worse than L Lizardmen. Oh, he was Counts, not Coast. Oh, sorry, my bad. I must have misread that. Oh, VC. Sorry, I read VP for some reason. In my head, I read VP. I don't know why I read VP. What did he come in with the? What did he come in with the Counts then? Just some nice big monsters, just chomp you apart, or did he just summon? He took a wild build. Thumbs up button. Wonder what will happen if I slap it. If you slap the big thumbs up button, there could be a high five coming your way. Just saying. Just saying, there could be. Let's see what extraordinary he is going to bring up against the. So for the top end players, I really like Lizardmen pick into Dowie. Most people don't fancy it, but I actually really like it. You can get a nice big swarm going here. I lost up against Energize, and I lost up against Kahal. I lost up against both of those guys. So Kahal's a French player from ODM. Apologies if I say your name incorrectly. He absolutely slapped me about here with some dinos, and so did Energize. Yeah. I actually like dinos as a counter to Dowie, surprisingly. But it'd be interesting to see how Gobbo deals with this. That's only up against me, right? I'm a moderate player, so and both of those were much better than I am. So it should be interesting to see how Gobbo defends against this, if he does go with lizards. I'm going to cook, but should be back on later. Alright, perfect, dude. Thanks for dropping by. Yes. And for those that didn't see, Rubber Duck Award did stream his POV here in the tournament, so go check him out as well. Go give him a big check out. And all of his other wonderful content. He does do some awesome content here when it comes to Warhammer. He does content every single day, as do I. So check him out, as well as maybe some of the stuff I do. I'd really appreciate that. Yeah, we don't know if he hasn't said he's going Lizardmen, but he might be. When we load in, guys, just make sure you wait for me to say go, please. Cool. Just wait for them for me to say go, just so I can go through some of the units, you guys. I'll try and go through it nice and quickly, so we can get most of the key units in there. Maybe not every unit, maybe every unit. We'll just see what the some of the units have here. Should be interesting to see. I mean, Gobo Slayer is no slack when it comes. I haven't seen Extraordinary. I've heard a lot about him, but I haven't actually seen too much of him play. So it should be interesting to see what he comes out with and what stuff he's going to bring with the dinos. I'm imagining we're going to be seeing some Pterodons coming in this matchup, probably some Croxagore. Probably going to be coming some Skinks to flank around and get some Skinks onto those Slayers, maybe. See how much of a gun line that Gobbo is going to bring. This is a difficult matchup for both sides. So I think it's relatively even. I don't know what you guys think, but it should be interesting to see what's going to happen here. Yeah, it should be interesting. This is a matchup that I very much struggle with as a Dowie player. I always seem to get, I either win very easily, or I get slapped around here by the dinos just by a mass swarm. So it should be interesting to see. I like to bring, I think a little bit of change for me is I like to bring some extra just cheap miners, just to just to get the skinks off my Slayers, so my Slayers can get on some of the bigger targets, and maybe get on some of the Pterodons, and just trying to have a cheaper shooting line, so I can just shoot down those Pterodons, stop them from getting into my pocket. You know, it can be risky also bringing things like cannons. Cannons are risky if they hop onto the cannon, or you get a rock drop on the cannon. It can be really quite devastating. So it should be interesting to see what both are going to bring here. And looks like they're having a big think about it. So perfect. Seems like Extraordinary is okay with that. And then after this battle here, so after this battle, we will be having Noob for Life either going up against Dr. Jellyfish or Dr. Coco. Those two will be playing for their semi-final round, and the winner of this one will then play up against either Noob for Life or the other two in the final of the losers final, which will then play up against Kafka here, and then Kafka or whoever wins there will play up against Void Lord. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more matchups to come today. So quite lots of matchups here, some good fun. Good luck, have fun, ready when you are. Perfect. So I like that as well. Just really respectful, saying good luck and have fun, because that's what this is all about. This is what Warhammer is all about, having fun and enjoying yourself. And that's what's most important for me here when I stream this. I just want you guys to have lots and lots of fun, and for you guys watching, I want you to enjoy the battles and just you know, get involved and hopefully just enjoy it. Gobbo's taking his time here a little bit. Don't blame him. So have you guys been watching any of the WWC? What's that, Rescue Jim? Dr. Jelly beat me. He was beastly. Yeah, he's a very good player actually. He came on the last one, and he did very, very well. Brilliant. So let's hop into this thing, guys. So we're going to be playing here on Herot Ridge. So quite an interesting multiplayer map here. We'll hop into it and I'll show you guys just a little bit of it. Yeah, but yeah, Dr. Jellyfish is a good player. I've seen him quite a few. I've seen him in quite a few other places, but he played in last week's one and he got relatively far. I think he got at least 2 wins and then 2 losses, unfortunately. So as you can see here, relatively flat, so okay-ish for the Dowie, not too bad, but they are going to be spawning here in these trees. Let's go through Gobbo's build here just a little bit. So it looks like on the front line we're going to be having the ROR Okra miners, 3 units of just normal miners. Some miners with blasting charges here. We're also going to be having some 2 units of Slayers and some Giant Slayers here. A 3rd unit, a 4th, a 5th, 5 units of Giant Slayers coming with, what's that, 3 Giant Slayers and 2 normal Slayers, including the Dragonback, sorry. We're going to have some Dwarf Warriors here, so 2 units of Dwarf Warriors, 3 units of Dwarf Warriors and some Ironbreakers. And for the Lord, we're going to be coming in with Grombrindle. He's going to be coming in with Flashbomb. Grombrindle has no fear, and that's it. So interesting build coming in here, so a little bit wide, not so, literally no guns. That should be interesting to see what happens there. So that's just going to be a full rush here. So for the dinos, we're going to be coming in with the double Stegodon here. Okay, very interesting pick there. On the flank here, we're going to be having the ROR Razordon hunting packs. I do not hate that pick at all, I really like it. We're going to have a Skin Priest of Heaven, so let's get on into this bad boy and see what he's got. We can zoom in on him. He's just going to be coming in with Thunderbolts. That'll be interesting if they're nice and compact, as he thinks they're going to be. We're also going to be having a slant of High Magic here. He's going to be coming in with Banishment, Shield of the Old Ones, Aura of Quetzalcoatl, and we're also going to be coming in with Tempest, Soul Quench, Apotheosis. So you have to take Tempest in case he has got those Gyrocopters. We're also going to be having Coldon Riders, Skin Cohorts with Javelins, 2 units here. We're also going to be having an Ancient Salamander. I do like that pick. We're also going to be having some Razordon Hunter Packs coming in with their AP values here. And over here on the right side, we are going to be having 2 units of Pterodon Riders. So not too many Pterodon Riders, but it should be interesting to see. It looks like both of them are ready. Ready when you both are. I actually generally think here that, unfortunately here for Extraordinary, I don't think he's going to be ready for what the Dowie have. I would not be expecting that, so it'll be very, very interesting to see what is going to happen. It should be very, very interesting to see. So it looks like both of them are ready. It looks like that has been already up, so we do have these guys in the forest. Stick it on either side of them. It's going to try and get some good values. I think there's just going to be a big push here coming in from the Dowie, and it's just going to try and get on top of them. Unfortunately here for the 2 units of Terror Riders, there's going to be nothing for them to hop onto. The Razordons, though, should get some good value coming in here. Cold Ones are going to have really nothing to hop onto, really. They might be able to get some good charges in the back here with some Dwarf Warriors or maybe some Miners. But it should be difficult. It's gonna be difficult here for the Dinos, I think. They have lots of tools that they could do quite well with, but I think it might be a little bit difficult here. So as we can see here, coming in from Gobbo's POV, I think as we can see here for Extraordinary, he's going to be thinking, oh god, what am I going to do? So he's going to bring these, he has no guns, so the Terror Riders are going to get some free values up against these Giant Slayers, so some good picks there. I like that. Get rid of those as quickly as possible, and just keep these guys shooting as much as possible. They will be getting full value here. So just try and keep these Giant Slayers as much as possible, keep them juking, keep them moving, and it looks like he's going to be using his Stegodon to shoot it up here, up against Grombrindle. And I do like Grombrindle. I think he's probably my favourite pick here for multiplayer coming in for the Dwarfs. And obviously Slann, very, very powerful here coming in for the Lizardmen. But we are going to be getting some Razor and Hunting Packs coming in. They should be getting some good value here. Let's have a look here. They're going to be hitting the front of the Dwarf Warriors here and the Dragonback Slayers. They don't want to get the Dragonback Slayers onto these guys, as they will get that negative speed coming in if they do manage to hop on top. As we can see over here, still lots of damage coming in up against these Slayers. If you can get these Slayers in and around the Dwarf Warriors and get them mixed in between, they should take maybe a little bit less damage. But unfortunately here for the Stegodon, if we get our information up, he's going to be coming in with 50 speed, so he will manage to get away from the Slayers. They only have 40 speed, so they're going to struggle to catch a few units here. But over on the left side, there is going to be lots and lots of kiting coming in with the Skink Cohorts and the Poison. Yep, so he's going to very smartly drop his Slayers here, so they don't get shot as much. And the Ancient Salamander in the middle, getting a big target coming in here from both Slayers. So a good amount of damage coming in the side from the Ancient Salamander, and we do have some Skink Cohort coming in with their Poison, really slowing these guys down and get some good kiting, just so that they can keep pushing back and keep getting as much damage as they can before they get in. But it does look like they have been caught up here, and some blasting charges going through. Ooh, some meaty damage coming up here against the Skink Cohort. Not as much as I thought might have been, but yep, some interesting stuff. They're getting caught just a little bit there on the micro. As we do know, coming with Gobbo, he does have some very good micro. Dragonback Slayers have managed to get on top here, and they are reducing their speed to 40, so they should just be able to get away. Maybe with the charge bonus, these guys might be able to hop onto. As you can see, swinging their little axes, going in with the dual-wield axes, lifting up their blades, ready to get some good smash onto these guys. They have managed to get into the forest, so they will be getting shot less here. So, but as we can see, using over half their ammunition now, the Templar Riders are getting some okay value. We are down to 56 models from the Giant Slayers from 60, so they've only lost 4 models. The Dwarf Warriors have lost more models. They have come through losing nearly 20 models. And as we can see here, the Slann here has been caught here up with some very good micro coming in here from Gobbo. He has managed to get the Slann of... oh, and a banishment on top of him. Fantastic play. That's brilliant. I really like that now that you can drop magic on yourself. So getting some good value up here against some Miners and some Dwarf Warriors and the Dragonback Slayers. He's going to heal himself. Can he skirt away on this chair? I don't know. The mass here of the Slayers might stop him, plus the speed negative might be a bit of a problem. He might have unfortunately lost his Slann here. But he does have the Sentinels over the top, so they should be able to get some good damage here, especially up against the Slayers. If they can get rid of those Dragon Slayers, he might just be accepting that he's lost the Slann here, unfortunately. Grombrindle will be coming over, he will be coming for that booty, and I think he is probably going to get what he needs there. So over here we do have some Ancient Salamanders and the Stegodon getting up to war. We're here with some Dwarf Warriors. It's not really a place these guys want to be. They will be losing very, very hard here, and we have lost a unit of Dwarf Warriors. So we have lost these guys here up to a unit of Razordons, but we do have some blasting charges coming through, and they will get some okay value, but these guys have too much armor, unfortunately, for those blasting charges to really have any sort of effect. So we do have a Shield of the Old Ones going down, so this should be protecting the Slann here. Can he get in and cause enough damage? I think, unfortunately, though, Goblin Slayer is going to pounce on this, and he is going to try and get as much value as possible. Blasting charges coming in up against the Ancient Salamander. 95 armor is not going to do much. 110 armor coming in here. A nice charge. There we go. Fantastic charge coming in there. So we're getting some... he's probably going to try and break these Dwarf Warriors, maybe. But I really don't know if this Slann is really struggling. I think he's going to try and launch everything he can in, just try and get them out. But it does look like, yeah, we do have Flash Bomb going down. So I think, unfortunately, that is the end here for the Slann. As Grombrindle here is going on with that big kick. Look at that, absolutely slamming to the back of the mage here. Dropping his defense by half as he is running away. He will be going down here. A very unfortunate micro mismanage there coming in from the Slann. It is unfortunately very, very slow. As you can see, a good charge coming in from the Cold Ones. So really coming in the back here, trying to get some good value where it can up against the Dwarf Warriors. Grombrindle has no fear, did go down as well, so they have managed to break it. Can he get his Stegodon in to push some of these guys off? But he might end up risking losing his Stegodon here. He does have more speed, but if he does get hopped onto here, by the Dragonback Slayers, he could be in trouble. So over here on the right hand side, we do have a blob going up against the Stegodon here. These guys will eventually manage to chew through, but he does have some Giant Slayers. These guys have good melee attack and good AP. They will chomp down this unit if given the opportunity. So we still, and as you can see here, the Pterodon Riders have used all their ammo, and did they really get the value they needed? They got 48 kills, so good amount of kills coming in there. I don't know where the other ones went. I don't know the Regiment Renowned version. Regiment Renowned version here as well. They came in with 68 kills, and they managed to have popped down onto the floor here, coming up against some miners. And we do have some skink cohort here coming in with only 3 kills, but I'm sure they've done lots of damage, breaking this entire unit. So well played there. However, he has managed to jump straight into the Stegodon, so these guys are trading very effectively. You may lose over here, but I'm going to win over here, and that's what's important. You can't win everywhere, but you do need to win in the areas that you are winning. Sometimes you just need to capitalize. It doesn't matter if I lose 3 or 4 units here. I've taken out your Slan, and I'm taking out a Stegodon of yours, which is very, very powerful. Although in this blob, he does have some Giant Slayers, so if he can pin down with the Giant Slayers, as they do have much greater mass, pin down this Stegodon, allow these guys to rout and come back. But he is going to chase off here with the Pterodon Riders. So over in the back here, we still do have the big chairboy. He is trying to skirt away. I don't know if he's going to get away. He does have 34 speed, so he is faster, surprisingly, than most of the Dowie, coming in with roughly about 28 speed, which is interesting. We do have a shattered unit. So that's the skin cohorts there. They have been pushed off. And a shattered Stegodon. Get these boys, get them over here, finish this off, and then get straight back into the battle here is what I would do. As we can see here, the Giant Slayers down to a measly 17 models, going up against Skinks. That's not really what you want to be fighting, because they have no armor. These guys still will go down. They do have 34 melee defense, but unfortunately, when they do hit, and they are going to be coming in with their 25% weapon strength, they will hit relatively hard as they have no armor. So we do still have a relatively healthy Ancient Salamander. These guys are very, very fast, 75 speed, will be able to just chase down these Akron miners and get good value there. So they do have the good units here to chase down and make sure they push off all of these guys, as you're losing some more Dwarf Warriors and some more miners here in the middle. And we still have a very, very healthy Skin Priest of Heavens here. He does have his Thunderbolt, so we still are going to get some good magic coming in here from the dinos. As we can see here, where is he going to go with this pocket is the question. He does need to push this Sloan off. He's very close to the edge. Just keep pushing him off, and we might also push off the cold ones as well. So just getting rid of some of their mobility will be very, very handy here for the Dwarfs. But I do think that Goblin here has accepted that he has lost these units. There's no way he's going to get them back. And I think the Giant Slayers have gone down. Yeah, so the unit has been wiped out over here. It has gone down. So this lot here, probably going to go and try and see if they can pin down some of these units, as they are half isolated. So they're going to group in the trees, as they still can get shot, as there's still tons and tons of ammunition here. 15 lots of ammunition. So lots of ammunition coming in for the Stegodon here. I don't know about the other Stegodon, so lots of ammunition also coming in here for the Ancient Salamander. So coming in with 12 there, 12 lots of ammunition. So they can still do quite a bit of kiting here. As we can see here over on the left hand side, it does look like this Slan will be going off, so it has gone now. So a little bit of a regroup into these trees, I think, coming in for Gobbo. And as we can see here, pretty even coming in from both sides. Power balance does suggest that it's relatively even, although I think the Dowie here could struggle a little bit with the increased mobility and the ammunition still left here for the Lizard Men. As you can see, we're still going to be getting some good AP value and poison coming in here from our hunting packs. And we are going to be getting, obviously, a lot of explosive damage coming in from the Ancient Salamander. So it should be interesting to see. They're going to be pushing off both units here. And we do need to see that he is going to have to advance, I think. And it does look like the Skin Court have broken, surprisingly, under no pressure. So maybe these guys will come back as well. They have no ammunition left, so maybe not too valuable. Yeah, so as we can see here, it's just going to be chasing these guys off. How far has he got to chase them off? He's got to chase them off very, very far, unfortunately. So it could be a while, but he's probably going to try and regroup over here, try and get his units together. As we see, we're going to have a very, very slow pushing coming in here from the Dwarfs. He's going to get all of his units together here and maybe get a nice, but he is going to be getting shot by the Ancient Salamander at the same time. Ancient Sally might try and target maybe Grombrindle or something. Yeah, as you can see here, we're going to be having the Stegodon here shooting up against Grombrindle, trying to get him down as much as possible. He is unbreakable. He will always get good value if you put him in the right places. So over here, as we can see, we do have some very, very beaten up Slayers. We have 2 units, and we also have the Dragonback Slayers coming in with, they had 19 kills coming in, and they had 26 left. And how many other Slayers here do we have? We have 9 Slayers left. over here. Some minor blasting charges, no blasting charges left. We have some more Giant Slayers, 2 units of Giant Slayers coming in with 29 and 17 units here. So it's going to be a big push on the front here, trying to catch the Razordon hunting packs. As long as the Lizardmen here keep engaging and they keep having attack as they are chasing off units, he can kite as much as he wants. As he has the mobility, I would like to see the Terran Riders get in the back and maybe try and push off some of these units, or maybe try and finish some of them off, try and rout some of these units, like these very, very broken up miners here. Only 19 left coming, there's only 500 health left, so maybe pushing some units like this off would be quite handy for them. But he's got to be careful, because if he does hop down and get hopped onto by Grombrindle, just a quick flash bomb and these guys are in trouble. He does need to get Grombrindle to the front, and as you can see, he is going to continue to push off these Razordon hunting packs. They don't fire whilst moving, so they will need to turn around and shoot at the same time. As you can see here, only 1 unit left to push off. Oh no, so it looks like the miners have come back. So I think he's given up with that, but it's going to take the miners very, very long to get back into here. So I think he's chased them off far enough. It looks like they're going to be getting a bit of an alpha strike onto this unit here, and the Slayers are still in the trees, so they can't be shot. So good play there coming in from Gobbo. What would we like to see here? I don't know how many winds of magic he's got left, but he still does have his Thunderbolt coming in, so we could be seeing a good play there. If he manages to blob these guys up, get a nice Thunderbolt on, could do lots and lots of damage. Even with 25% magic resistance, you're still going to do a lot of damage up against these guys. So this is also the other problem with Darwin coming in with no range. Unfortunately, you will be sat here chasing the entire game. And that's why I really, really like these Razordon hunting packs. Coming in with their armor piercing and their speed, it's just impossible for the Dowie to deal with without any guns. As you can see here, he's starting to pull into Lizardmen favour. They did only come in with 350 units, and as you can see, they have traded down to a third, but they've also traded down to a third for the Dowie as well. But as you can see here, as he goes in one direction, he's just going to kite and then shoot with the other lot in the back, unfortunately. He's probably going to try and go to the trees, and as long as the Giant Slayers keep pushing, that's completely fine. So Agent Stegodon coming down to only 3 lots of ammunition left. We're going to be having 6 lots here for the Pterodons. When they run out of ammunition, that's when it's going to change a little bit. But as you can see, lots of damage coming up against the miners of blasting charges. So they do have quite a lot of ammunition, 6 lots of ammunition coming in here. So it should be interesting. It looks like he's going to be getting his Sentinels here ready. Getting 92 kills coming in here on the RRR Pterodon Riders. And we're also going to be having 68 kills over here as well. So it looks like they're going to be going straight onto the Skink Priest. So Thunderbolt coming down there, good shock there. He's going to be coming in with 35 kills as well, so some good work there. Unfortunate with the Slan though, he did get caught in the end. As you can see, we're going to try and get into the trees, so these guys have a little bit less mobility in here, and perhaps don't affect they're not going to be doing so well large units in the trees here. So it looks like they're going to be feasting on these poor Dwarf Warriors. They did get left behind, and that's the unfortunate thing of them only having 28 speed. And also, we are going to be getting some more volleys coming in from the Ancient Salamanders. And the ROR hunting packs coming in with their poison and armor piercing. Disgusting value coming in there with poison and armor piercing. But they have hopped onto, very good play here, hopping onto the Skink Priest. They have managed to do a substantial amount of damage there. I didn't see that. There must have been a flash bomb go down there, and they did catch him out of position. But as you can see, Grombrindle really, really going down here. Only 500 hit points left here. He's really going to struggle. He needs to get him in the middle of this pack and get him nice and protected. These guys will tear him apart. 78, and Grombrindle goes down. What a big shame that is to see the big white bearded fella go down here. Very, very unfortunate. I think unfortunately that is the end. They have nothing to slow, and another Thunderbolt coming in here, I think. Have a look here. Oh, getting a few units here at the back. And that's the remains of what was left there, unfortunately. And it doesn't look like they're still going to be having some more value here. So I think they're just going to have to try and chase them as much as possible. I don't think they... Oh, the Skink Cohort did come back. Fantastic. But it's like they're going to be trying to chase as much as possible. But I think, yeah, as you can see with the power balance, it is going to be army losses here as of now. So what a fantastic game, guys. Brilliant game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Very, very interesting and very, very well played coming in from both guys here. And I do really like the army of the Lizardmen here. And as I've said multiple times, at the top level here, playing with Lizardmen is actually really hard for the Dowie. You can go Swarm, you can go Kite. It's very, very difficult. I actually think this is quite an even matchup. Actually, maybe even in my personal opinion, slightly favouring the Lizardmen. I don't know what you guys think, but very, very interesting there. So, very, very well played to Extraordinary. He will be moving on into the bracket, and he will be playing in the next games. Thank you very much to Goblin Slayer who joined today. Thank you very much for joining, bro. I really enjoyed watching you play. Let's hop in here and say thanks to both opponents. And as we do have the other bracket ready, I'm going to very quickly, unfortunately, I would like to go into do a little bit more analysis there, but I want to try and move this on so we get the next guys going, as we do have guys in the final waiting. So let's hop into it here and see if we can get these guys ready. Lizardmen are very versatile. Yes, they are, and that's why they're a very, very good pick here. Anybody that's a good Lizardman player, very, very dangerous. So Extraordinary here, let's put him with the win, so well played there. Let's hop into here. Well played, both of you. Let's see what they said here. Wasn't expecting that level of kite. Yeah. I wouldn't have expected that either. I would have expected a full swarm like he did. And that actually he might have... he tried to bait him into something and actually he went the other way. So quite interesting there. I guess I'll have to bring some serious armies next time. So, well done there. Well done, EO. You are in LB finals. So we'll keep these guys in a minute. We'll just message the next guys coming through. So let's see who's going to be on the next challenge. We're going to be having Noob for Life here coming up against Dr. Coco. So it should be quite the interesting match. Let's get both of these boys in here. If you guys are in here and can hear me, please join up. I'll give them a quick message. Let's see if we can find Mr. Noob. There he is. Join me up, bro. So it's going to be called Battle. And this is the password. Perfect. So let's get Dr. Coco in here as well. Where is he? Where is Mr. Dr. Coco? I cannot see him. Oh, there he is. Oh. Let's get these guys in the chat. At Noob for Life. Dr. Let's have a look here, see if they've both joined up on me. Just waiting for Noob here. There he is. Let's get him in. Perfect. So let's have a look here. Hi, Risky Jim. Let's have a look at the chat. Hammer and anvil tactics, indeed. Try and get both of these guys in here as quickly as possible. So well played to those guys. So well played to Gobbo. Unfortunately, he did miss the very first one. He was just a little bit late. Let's try and see if we get you in here. Right, let's get Noob another invite here. Where did he go? There we go. I don't know if anybody's got contact with Noob, but I can't get hold of him. Risky move, bringing in that dwarf army with no missiles. It is risky. Here's the issue. When I played up against some very, very good Lizardman player, like Energize, I brought 2 units of missiles. I brought I can't show you my build here, but I brought some Warhammer torpedoes, thunderers, and a cannon, and he went 4 units of Pterodon riders. They hopped on all of it, and none of it shocked for most of the match. He had Crocs and Gores in the front line that just smashed through my dwarfs, miners with blasting charges. I had to get my Slayers in as well. It's also very difficult also having a gun line if you can't protect it. Also, just having cheap things like just having some cheap skinks as well is a bit of a pain, because then you can also get all other units. You can go really, really cheap, really, really wide. The issue with the dwarfs is they're actually quite expensive. So going wide with them can be quite difficult, and if you just go wide, there's nothing to take out their big boys, is the problem. You can go very, very wide with miners and blasting charges along the front line, but it is difficult. There's a few ways to play it. Also, like gyrocopters, you could come in with some gyros, but the problem is if you have Pterodon riders, they're just going to kite them, as they can shoot whilst they can move, and gyros can't. Also, they have poison. So there's lots and lots of variables there to take into account, but it is very, very risky. But it could have paid off if he did go for a swarm build. So if he didn't go kiting and he went swarm, like lots of Croxagore, etc., he would have really struggled there, and that would have been a very good counter coming in from Gobbo Slayer. But I think Gobbo coming in today knows this is a brand new tournament. He's just coming in, have a bit of fun. He did a nice Mimi build up against a Rubber Duck War. He had a nice Mimi build there. And actually, it was a bit Mimi, but he played very well with it, considering. There was lots of kite coming in from Extraordinary, so he played very well there. And I think Extraordinary is coming in for the win today. So we have Dr. Coco here, who is ready. I will be giving Noob for Life just a little bit of time to see what he's doing. I don't know where he is. So, yeah, I've got him here. I don't know if anybody else has other contact with him, but I can't get hold of him right now. But yeah, how did you, Spud and Rusky Jim, how did you guys find the tournament today? You guys are brand new today. How did you find it? Did you enjoy it? Yeah, Skink Swarm devastated my Wood Elf army. Dwarfs and elves are pretty expensive. Yeah, they are very expensive indeed. And it's one of the things, it's a risky thing with going for those sort of units. Like, for example, like a really high risk army, such as like, let's pick some armies here. If you go VP or you go Skaven, you're going to have very, very, very cheap front lines. And it doesn't really matter if you lose your front line. Like, that's what it's there to do. It's there to hold. But your expensive units, you need to get your value from them. That's what they're there for. You need to get that value. So you need to know how to get 200% out of those expensive units and to try and get as much value from that as possible. If that's what your army's been built around. It doesn't really matter if you lose any front line. But like, if you're VP and you have like a Colossus and you lose it, then that's massive. Whilst if you're, for example, like, if you're the Lizardmen and you lose a unit of Skinks by just misplaying them, it's just a unit of Skinks, it doesn't matter. Whilst with the Dwarfs, losing units compared to losing units for the Lizardmen, it's about even, but still it's very expensive. Especially when you've got expensive units like Giant Slayers coming in 1.2k value. Very, very expensive units. You're losing them and you're losing 5-6 models and lots of health before you even engage them in combat. That's lots of value lost. That's already like nearly, you could be losing 200 value before you've even hit the front line. So that kiting play coming in there. Pterodons, I think, are a must pick in almost every single matchup here for the dinos. Very, very good, very, very good units. Played against Kafka TK, and no idea how to play against TK. TK are another difficult one as well. Wood Elves sucked it in that matchup. Yeah. TK are difficult. They're going to come very, very chaffy. I did cast a very nice battle coming in from a Rubber Duck War here on my channel, him doing dinos up against 2 Kings. He went 2 big bone giants, and Rubber Duck came in with the Thunderous one, and he came up with Mazda Mundi on Slack. He managed to punch through the front line, and he managed to get a Hand of the Gods. Oh no, sorry, he didn't go through with Mazda, sorry. He came in with Krotgar on top of his big Carnosaur, got a Hand of the Gods, and pretty much one-shot. In the first minute of the game, he one-shot Ark in the Black. Like, pretty much one-shot him, like 2/3 health damage within the first minute. Like, it was disgusting amount of value. Just showing how powerful Hand of the Gods are. Like, if you're not careful as the Tomb Kings and you know you have Krotgar coming, you better be careful of that Hand of the Gods. Yeah, it was good fun. Learned a lot from getting well beat. didn't get the value out of my expensive troops, and that is the difficulty. Like a new player like myself, for example, like things like Skaven and even some things like the Wood Elves that have like expensive like great stag knights. They're very, very expensive, and if you don't utilize them correctly, that's a lot of your army that can go very, very quickly. And the very first battle here, we did see the Empire up against Wood Elves here. We did see Extraordinary coming in with the Wood Elves. Oh, no, sorry, that was Extraordinary lost. No, Kafka lost against Wood Elves, sorry. And the Wood Elf player played really, really well here with Void Lols. He came in and showed just how to use Wood Elves, playing very, very well, very, very patient. And he shut down the Great Cannon, the RR version for the Empire. He did very, very well, actually. It was a really good match. Very, very slow, very, very methodical, and he shut down all the key units and got the value that he needed. So I haven't heard from Noob here. If I don't hear from Noob in the next 5 minutes, I might just have to give the win here across. Giving him 5 minutes. If he doesn't come in, or if anybody can get hold of him, please get hold of him. Otherwise, I don't want him to forfeit the match today, because he's a good competitor. He got through to the semis before. He got to the semi-finals and lost to Rebel Like a War last week, and this is for a place in the losers final. So I wouldn't want him to miss out on that. Let me message a Rubber Duck of War, see if we can get hold of him either. So we'll give him up until past, and if he doesn't come in, then we'll just hop over the win. But no, it's nice to see some of you guys come in and play. That's fantastic. I hope you guys got the experience as well. And yeah, Spud, we'll have to organise our games as well. I realise we haven't organised our games, so I'm playing Spud here in the WWC, which has been some good fun. I don't know if you've managed to play any games yet, Spud. I managed to organise a few for myself. Got myself 2 wins and 1 loss. I played up against a French ODM player. He was very, very good. Dude, I'm looking forward to the next one. Good, man. I'm glad. Thank you very much. The next one should be very, very interesting. There's going to be an addition on top of it. I'm hoping to announce it after this, but I'm just waiting to see if he comes through. If he doesn't come through, we'll play the final. We'll get these guys set up, and then I'll start talking about how BattleMania is going to go forward and how it's going to change. Next week will be a little bit different. Just a little teaser. Next week we'll start Season 1 of BattleMania, so it should be interesting to go from there. And what will Season 1 mean, you'll find out straight after this battle, so that should be interesting to see. It doesn't look like I can get hold of Noob. I don't know where he's gone or what he's doing. So we'll give him 2 more minutes. We'll give him 2 more minutes and see if he comes through. Yeah, so we'll give him 2 minutes. Or forfeit. Right, let's leave a message in the Discord. Okay, it'd be unfortunate for him to lose this here. I wouldn't want him to do that. Yeah, what did you, Rusky Jim and Spawn, what did you guys think of the layout for this tournament? Did you enjoy it? Is it something different? I hope it's something new. I haven't seen this sort of tournament done too much before here in the coming here in the Warhammer scene. I haven't seen too much of it, so that's why I thought it'd be a good idea to give lots of new players and good experienced players opportunities to get multiple matches against multiple people. And then also there's a nice good live stream afterwards, so you guys can see some of the awesome battles here at the end. And as of next week, when it comes to the Season 1, there'll be a big reason why these live streams are important, as I'll explain soon. So we're going to give him 1 more minute. I haven't heard from him, unfortunately. Just waiting to see if we can get hold of him. Right, unfortunately, I don't think we can get hold of Noob for Life, so I think, unfortunately, we're just going to have to move on the tournament, I'm afraid. Sorry, Noob for Life. I did give you some time, buddy. Right, so we'll have to submit that there. And so for the next matchup, we're going to be having Extraordinary come in. So let's get Extraordinary back in. We'll get him back in. Where is he? Let's get him in. So you have been progressed to the final. Congratulations. And let's get in... Where is he here? Perfect. There we go, he's in. So top of the bracket is, let's have a little look here. Extraordinary to ban first. Perfect. So Extraordinary coming in, beating Garbage Slayer with that nice little build there with the coming in with the Lizardmen. So I like that. I haven't seen Dr. Coco did play. Did he play Bretonia? I'm not sure if he played Bretonia last time. But Bretonia is probably Bretonia and Wood Elves are probably my least favorite factions to go up against. I am not a big fan about playing against those. The Fae is dreadful to play against. I'm not a fan. Yeah, I like the format. Some Olympic sports have a similar idea. Yeah, I actually, so for those that don't know me, before I came into competitive here since I've joined in the last couple of weeks for multiplayer here, I actually used to play competitive Call of Duty. I used to play quite a lot. I used to compete in quite a lot of different places for competitive Call of Duty, and this was a similar what we did. So, so yeah, it's quite interesting to see here. So it looks like he's banned Greenskin. So it seems to be a classic Greenskin build here. So we might be seeing LM come back in again here. Let's see if Dr. Coco is here. Just waiting for him. Let's give him a quick message. Just check that he's here. Right, where is he? Your match is ready. So it looks like he's banned Bretonia, so I'm not sad with that. I would either ban Bretonia or Skaven myself. I don't mind facing anything else. I really don't like going up against Faye. I can't stand her. She's just so hard to kill, especially when you've got especially when you've got two of her paladins on her. I ban dwarfs picking Empire. Okay. So we're coming in with a GS ban, and we're going to be coming in with a dwarf ban and going for Empire. So good. I did actually cast a battle coming in with Empire winning up against Dowie. Who did I cast that with? So that was for Consular Rome. He had a fantastic position with his Helmstorm rocket battery where he was sat up on a ridge where the cannons couldn't shoot him, but he could use his advanced range there with the Helmstorm rocket battery to get into his units. A very, very unfortunate battle up against Grombrindle, who's probably one of the best dwarf players in the game. Fantastic. So we have DE. So we're going to have coming with some Dark Elves. It's nice to see some Dark Elves coming in on the stream. I do like seeing a bit of Dark Elves. This should be an interesting battle. This is not one I've casted before, so it should be interesting to see what goes on here. What to expect though? Probably going to be seeing maybe a cannon or two coming in over this side. How's he going to get rid of the counter skirmishing here of the Dark Elves? Maybe going to come in with a couple units of either Pistoliers. It should be interesting to see. The one advantage you're going with Empire is they are very, very versatile, and that's what I really like about them. And the good thing here is they're like okay on expense. Like, they're not too expensive, so if you do lose a unit, it's not too bad. But they can go elite as well, so they have the option to be very cheap or very elite. So that's quite nice for them as well. Let's just drop a message in the chat here. When we load. Please Perfect. So the winner here will go up against Kafka, and then the winner between Kafka and either one of these two will play in the final up against Void Lols. So it'll be interesting to see what comes up in the final there. And being that Void did win all the way through the winners bracket to the final, he will have to lose twice before he gets knocked out. So like everybody else, he has 2 lives in the end brackets. So yes, what map are we playing on? I should change that whilst we're waiting. Well, looks like we're going to be playing on MP Peak Pass. Okay, let's change that then. So it should be interesting to see. There's a little bit of woodland in here, so maybe could benefit some of the skirmish perhaps, or maybe not. Could hinder it. We'll have to see. Should be interesting. Extraordinary is clearly a very, very good player coming in from RTK. So quite a few RTK guys coming in today. So thank you for you lot for joining. And Dr. Coco, I actually don't know much about him. I've only played him once. He's a very, very strong player. So I really don't know who's going to win here. Should be interesting to see. If you can bring a couple of repeats across, maybe is he going to come in with any repeaters? I imagine probably not, because he gets outranged by cannons. So I imagine he's going to be coming in with some skirmish cav. Maybe coming in with Malekith. What would he come on with Malekith? Would he bring his dragon? Probably not. Too many guns. So I don't know. I'll be very interested to see what they're going to bring here. I think because looks like good luck. Have fun. Ready when you are. So they're brilliant there, and. They're so versatile. It really does depend. I don't know what I would do as a Dark Elf player. I'm not a very good Dark Elf player. I don't play with them very much. The only sort of elves I play with is High Elves. They're the only sort of guys that I normally use. I don't really play Dark Elves at all. I play more Wood Elves than I do Dark Elves. That's for sure. What about you guys? What would you bring in this matchup? What would be some of the key units you bring if you were the Dark Elf player? Fantastic. So good luck, have fun for both of these guys. Perfect, so we're just going to hop into here. We'll very quickly go through the units and then let's get this battle underway. So you can have some trees on either side here. So they should be able to get round the back here with the Dark Elves, so that should be interesting to see what they do. You can see a little bit of trees here on the right side, a little bit of trees on the left, and they have got this mound, so they can get around here on either side as well. Let's hop in here with the Dark Elves here. So let's go for Dr. Coco and the Dark Elves. He's going to be coming in with some Dark Riders with shields, 1, 2, 3 units. He's going to come in with some Doomfire Warlocks here, so it'll be interesting there. So 2 there with shields. That's 3 there, so he's going to come in 3 and some Doomfires as well. He's also going to be coming in with some Cold One Knights, so some interesting stuff there. He's also going to be coming with 2 Fairy Mantle Cores, and he's going to be coming with Morathi. Okay, big fan of Morathi. What's Morathi going to be coming with? She's going to be coming on with her wand. She's going to be coming on with Deadly Onslaught, Soul Stealer. Big fan of Soul Stealer. Must bring the Heart Trainer and the Dark Sword there. So minus 9 melee defense, minus 9 melee attack in a 40 meter radius. That's massive. Enchanting Beauty, and obviously should be coming through the Greater Arcane Conduit. So on the front line, looks like they're going to be having some Witch Elves. We're also going to be having some Black Ark Corsairs. So the RO, is this the ROR version? Yeah, this is the ROR version here of the Sisters of Singing Doom. We're also going to be having 2 units of Chariots. So there we go, 2 units of Scourgetron and Chariots coming in there. So a very interesting build, very, very cav heavy. Really going to try and overload this force. So that's what I expected to build. And we do have these outside here. We do have the hills, so they can get through the trees, run the hills, and should be able to get onto this force. So we have 2 very cheap Empire Knights on either side, and to make up the front line, we have some Spearmen with Shield, mixed in with some Great Swords, some Sigma Suns. Really like this pick. These guys are unbreakable. We're also going to come with another unit of Great Swords, some Spearmen. We're also going to come with some 4 units of Halberdiers at the back. So I like these guys as well. He's expecting lots of cavalry. Good pick there. And as we can see in the middle, we're going to have the ROR. The Silver Bullets, these guys coming in with Stalk, very, very good unit. Do like these. Another unit, oh, we're going to have the Sterling's Revenge, so the ROR Free Militia Company. So I do like these guys. They can fire whilst moving, and they're pretty good in combat. They're not too bad. We do have a normal unit of, oh, we have another unit of Space here in the middle, and we're going to be having Volkmar the Grim. So this guy coming through on his absolute yeet machine here. Let's have a look at this guy. Can we get on him? Yeah, so Volkmar the Grim is going to be coming in with Grand Soulfire. He's going to be coming in with the Grand Shield of Faith, The Grand Hammer of Sigma, Banishment, and he's going to be coming in with the Jade Griffin, giving him a ginormous amount of recovery, and obviously he's going to be unbreakable. So we do also have here, we're also going to be having a Light Wizard. Let's have a look at the Light Wizard, see what they're going to be coming in with. So it's going to have a net, it's going to be having Shim's Burning Gaze, and going to be having a Power Stone here for extra Winds of Magic. So very, very interesting stuff coming in here for both guys. I'll be very, very interested to see just how the micro here goes for Coco. Very interesting to see. Oh, moving forward there. So ready for both of these guys. I want to come in the, here we go, so they're both started here, so I'm very interested to see how Coco is going to be using his cavalry here to try and really pull apart these units. So no cannons here, which is interesting. Now I see the matchup, I'm not, I think that's a good play there. But he's going to have a difficulty getting through with the Spearmen and the Halberdiers. This is a really, really nice box. I like this. This is going to be very, very difficult for the Dark Elves to pick apart. They do here, with the Chariots, they do have some ammunition here. Quite a lot of it coming in with 48 ammunition. So they can keep pinning and they can keep charging through. So they should be getting some good value there. And they're pretty heavy, I believe, as well, the Scourge Runners. So they should be able to punch through most of these lines. I'm just hoping that the most of these units don't brace too much. So they're going to be getting some, hopefully, some good value coming in, shooting some of these guys. Yeah, I would not. Yeah, they are cheap and cheerful, but they're not very happy right now. So we do have the Dark Riders here waiting on the wings. They're going to be waiting to collapse this entire unit and try and see if they can overwhelm these forces. So it looks like Voltmar's going to come to the back here alongside the Light Wizard. He's going to try and net some of these units and maybe try and see if he can shoot some. So he's going to be getting the Silver Bullets here. And unfortunately here for the Sterling's Revenge, these guys only have 90 range. They don't have much range, unfortunately, but they can fire whilst moving. AP value are okay on these. The normal ones actually don't have much AP value, so it's quite difficult for them. And these Empire Knights are heavily armoured, but they are very, very slow. Plenty of Dark Shards. Yeah, I would have thought I might have seen plenty of Dark Shards as well, but yeah, it seems that it didn't. It seems he's going for the double Pharaoh Manticore, trying to get that cheap terror. He has managed to get a unit of sisters in here to disrupt this formation. They will chew through absolutely anything. But if he sits there like this with them, and they do manage to get chomped up here, what's on this? So they have been netted. These guys will get absolutely wrecked. They only have 5 armor, getting shot very, very hard here. Nets, fantastic coming in from the Light Wizard, and the play here coming in from Extraordinary. So these guys will be getting now counter-pushed here from 2 units with the Great Swords coming in as well. But there is going to be a counter-charge coming in with the Dark Riders with shields here. So should get some good value coming in up here in the back of the Spearmen. I think these guys are going to try and get around the back and pin into these Great Swords. So we do have the double Pharaoh Manticore hopping straight on top of Voltmar the Grim. And it looks like what has been popped here. So it looks like we're going to be having Battle Prayer coming in here and loads of other buffs. The Grand Shield of Faith giving that damage resistance and that increased melee attack. Already breaking the Black Arc Corsairs, but we do have the double Pharaoh Manticore coming in with that terror, but they're not going to be breaking either of these guys as they do have Unbreakable. So we do have some Sisters, some Witch Elves here on the front trying to get into the Great Swords. They will do okay, but they will eventually lose as these guys are bonus versus infantry, and the Spearmen will also go with some good damage. So a good charge coming in here with the Doomfire Warlocks, getting straight onto the Sterling's Revenge. Over here on the right hand side, they have managed to rampage here up against the Sisters of Singing Doom. I'd like to see you to get these cavalry units into the back of these Great Swords. In the middle, we do have Marathi coming straight in, so it looks like there's going to be a big giant blob here coming straight onto Voltmar the Grim. His Jade Griffin is not going to be able to heal him fast enough up against all of this damage. He is trying to counter here with the Empire Knights. Drop back the Sterlings, get some volleys into these Pharaoh Manticores. So he has managed to skirt away here with Voltmar the Grim, so good plays there. He has managed to get him away, but we do have some more cavalry on the side here that can try and pin Voltmar in place. He has taken a lot of damage, as you can already see. He is going to be coming close to his healing cap already. So it does look like Marathi is going to be going in. She has quite a few buffs here. So she has been netted as well, so fantastic. She doesn't have much armor, only coming in with 40 armor. She can get shot pretty hard here, but I think the net is just to hold her in place so that she can't hop onto Voltmar the Grim. Voltmar the Grim needs to get out of here, needs to start getting some of these halberdiers in just to protect him a little bit, but they have managed to get some halberdiers in very well onto the Pharaoh Manticore. Over here on the right side, we do have some very beaten up Dark Riders and some very beaten up Sisters of Doom here, but unfortunately the infantry here seeming a little bit too much here for the Dark Elves. Over on the right side, we do have some Empire Knights. Want to get these guys in nice and close and countering any sort of the pushes coming in here from the Dark Elves. But we do still have the Pharaoh Manticores really trying to get on top of Voltmar the Grim, doing lots and lots of damage. But as you can see here, they have managed to drop back the Sterling's Revenge, and they are trying to pin them in place with the halberdiers and get some good volleys into these guys. Really get these guys off. They've already broken one Pharaoh Manticore here, so some good work there, and some fantastic volleys going in up against the Scourge Runner chariots here. So some good value coming in here from the Silver Bullets. And just like the infantry here, it's going to be trying, they need to get in front and protect these silver bullets. Very, very valuable units here. And they need to try and get the Empire Knights in and around and start pinning in some of these units, as they are very, very heavy and very heavily armoured. Looks like the Halberdiers have been pushed up here against the Witch Elves. Get some charges into the back of these guys. They are going to be here as they have been rampaged. And we are going to get some good shots here from the silver bullets. Unfortunately, this Ferromanticore doing very well to get onto Volkmar. Volkmar coming in with absolutely 300 hit points left. Lots of damage there. So good spell coming in here from Marathi. Really getting onto the silver bullets here. Getting some good damage there. So we do have Marathi coming in up against the Light Wizard. This could be a big loss coming in here for the Empire. Especially with those nets. They're very, very valuable here. So unfortunately, these Witch Elves have managed to rampage the Halberdiers here. But unfortunately, here for the Dark Elves, it will be rampaging up against the Scourge Rider chariots. So Volkmar has gone down. Volkmar has died. That's a big loss here coming in for the Empire. But unfortunately here for the Dark Elves, I think it's just a little bit too much, too late. I think they are in trouble. I don't think Marathi is going to be enough here to pull them back, considering the losses they've had. So we do have 2 units here on the side. We'd like to see these guys getting a little bit more involved. But we do have both Ferromanticores coming in. So we are going to be having some lines here. We are going to be having the Sterns Guard here, getting ready to shoot into Marathi, as she is very available here to shoot. Do want to be seeing pushing in with the chariots here, really trying to get into these silver bullets, as they're not being very well protected here. So we need to get the death block with the Ferromanticores coming in. Where did that Light Wizard go? Did that Light Wizard get pushed off? Oh, it's the Light Wizard is coming back. I would like to see one of the Ferromanticores chasing off the Light Wizard, causing that terror, really pushing him off the map. Lose that Winds of Magic there coming in for the Empire. That could be very good as it goes into the later stage of this battle. As you can see there, the net's already coming through. Net of Amatok doing very, very well. Fantastic work coming in there. Unfortunately, losing a Ferromanticore. And unfortunately, I think very soon we are going to be having army losses coming in here for the Dark Elves. And we only have 2 Ferromanticores there. Yeah, and unfortunately there's army losses. So fantastic play there coming in from both players. Well played. I did really, really like the build coming in for the Empire. Good box. Good amount of spears. Anti-large here coming in. Also with the armor-piercing anti-large coming in from the halberds. Made it really, really impossible for the Dark Elf player here in Dr. Coco to really try and get into these units. So very, very well played coming in from Extraordinary there. He played phenomenally well today. And as you said, Dark Charge could have also worked well on this. Having no range here, apart from the Scourge Runner Chariots. They were coming in with about 1.5k value. So good value coming in here from these guys. Unfortunately, the Ferromanticores not really coming in with the value. They did manage to hop onto Volkmar. So good sniping of Volkmar. So that was the plan there, I think, to get 2 Ferromanticores and get Marathi. 1.8k value. Very good coming in from her. So these guys were here just to try and get rid of Volkmar. So well played there. Unfortunately, the front line here, not really going to stand that much chance up against all of this front line, including the Great Swords. So very well played to both players here. Thank you very much, Dr. Coco, for playing. And now we need to get Kafka in here if we can, please. So fantastic. Well played again to him. Fantastic plays. He's done very well in both weeks. And we've already have both players in. So if we can also get Void Lords ready for the next one as well. Let's have a look here. Who here is ready to ban first? So Kafka to ban first. Yeah, sadly just not getting the value from the expensive front line there, and not being able to, because of that really tight box with the halberdiers and the spears coming in there, just no key targets for those mass amount of cavalry there to get onto. There was just nothing there for them to really attack or get much value from. Ferromanticores, he really needed to chase off the Light Wizard there. Once he had broken it, he really needed to get like that really broken up Ferromanticore to chase that off. We are on... What map are we on today? Oakenhammer. Let's get Oakenhammer ready to go. Oakenhammer. So I don't like Oakenhammer. It's a nice big open map, as you can see here. Minimal trees in the way, so it should be interesting to see how these guys go. Let's put this on unlimited here. Alright, so I'll ban Empire. Okay, interesting ban coming in here. So as we know, Extraordinary does like his Empire. So it should be an interesting ban coming in here. He did play Empire in his last 2 matchups up against Void Lords and that previous one, as we just saw. He is a big fan of Empire, and Empire are very good. They're very, very versatile. So I think that's a very good ban coming in from Kafka. who have we seen him play today? So he played Empire as well, actually, surprisingly. Okay, so it looks like we're going to go through the same thing as banning Greenskins. Greenskins very, very powerful. Top 2 in the power ratings, in my opinion, here when it comes to all the factions. I think still the strongest being Skaven, and secondly, very closely followed by Greenskins. I think both of them are very, very, very good factions. So it'll be very interesting to see. Is he going to be going... So obviously Empire ban, Greenskins. Interesting to see what he's going to pick here. Could be a good Dowie. So he has banned Dowie. Okay, so it looks like he's going to pick Empire and ban Dowie. So that's a good pick coming in from Kafka. He did play Empire and lose up against Wood Elves. So that was interesting earlier to see Void Lols. He beats here up against Kafka using the Wood Elves. So what are we going to see here is the question. What's a good pick up against Empire? I really like Dowie into Empire. Greenskins as well. Could be interesting to see Skaven in this matchup. Skaven could do well. Could do very well. Maybe get a nice big Throp pick there. Get him in with a Chieftain. See how that goes. So I think he's just going to be going through his options here to see what he thinks he might want to pick. What would I pick here? I would have picked Dowie if he didn't ban it. What else would I pick? I think, funny enough, I might pick something like... it might be a bit strange, but I might pick Beastmen. I kind of like Beastmen up against Empire. I know a lot of people maybe do or don't, but I don't know what you guys would pick here. I don't know what you guys would pick up against Empire. Or otherwise Wood Elves. I do like Wood Elves into Empire as well. Let's see what he's picking. He's going to go Lizardmen. I like this pick. I like this pick a lot. I'm a big fan of seeing Lizardmen in the chat. Perfect, so we're going to be having Lizardmen going up against Empire. So they're going to be bringing in, obviously, lots of guns, halberdiers. What game are we on? We're on the loser bracket semi-final. So whoever wins here, Rubber Duck of War. How you doing, bro? Go on, go RTK. Oh, we have some RTK fans in the chat. Yeah, so this is the loser bracket final. We're going to be coming up here with Extraordinary up against Kafka here. Kafka merely losing out with Empire, up with Void Lols up against the Wood Elves here in the winners bracket semi-final. So very interesting to see there. Yeah, we had lots of RTK guys coming today, so thank you for all you guys for joining. It's nice to see all you guys coming in again. I know that Maker joined last week. I don't actually know how Maker got on today. I haven't actually had a chat with him yet. Let's see how Maker got on today. So Maker did win up against Dr. Coco, and then unfortunately lost to Deadly Bunnies. Deadly Bunnies playing very well today. He played very well last time as well. He got very far in the tournament. And then who did he play up against after that? Oh no, but oh no, sorry, Maker wasn't able to make it today. Oh, that's a shame. Maker played very well last week. I think Maker made it all the way through to the finals, I think. Perfect, so we're ready. Let's hop straight into this. So some interesting dino picks coming in here. I'll be very excited to see what they're going to pick for the dinos. They could go white here. That would be interesting. I'm sure it's going to make a Rubber Duck of War very, very happy to see the Lizardmen in action. Alright, so let's hop in here with the Lizardmen here, and we're going to be hopping with OE. So he's going to be coming in with some Cold One Riders here, and along the front we're going to be having some Chameleon Skinks, like these guys very much. 2 units of Pterodon Riders here. We're going to have the ROR of the Sentinels as well. So it looks like along the front line we're going to be having some Saurus Riders with shields, Skin Cohort with Javelins to make the ride a little bit longer. Requested against ROR value, these are going to go Shall Not Die so they don't lose any units when that's popped. Some more Saurus Riders with shields here, so we're going to have 4 units of those. Some more Skin Cohorts with Javelins, and a second unit of, no, it's the same unit there of Cold Ones. We're also going to be coming in with 2 Skink Chiefs, and we're also going to be coming in with Skink Priest of Beasts. Then he's just going to be coming in with Flock of Doom, Transformation of Gadon, so just 2 nice good spells there. And he's going to be coming in with just a naked Skink Chief. I like this. And we're going to be having the big boy. We're going to be having a Saurus Old Blood here on top of a Carnosaur. What a big pick here. Let's hop in with him and see what he's got. So he's going to be coming on with the Horn of Kygor. He's also coming with Amulet of Itzal, so 66% damage resistance. Fantastic amount of damage resistance there. He's also obviously going to have his Frenzy and Cold-Blooded. Also going to be causing terror. So interesting stuff coming in there from the Lizardmen. So let's go over here. We're going to be having some Spearmen along the front line, mixing in with some Greatswords. So quite an elitist front line coming in here. We're also going to be having some Empire Knights in either side. We're also going to be having some more Spearmen with shields at the back. We're also going to be having the Sterling's Revenge. So these guys come in the ROR militia value, coming with their AP values as well. We're going to be having 2 units of Huntsmen. I do like these guys as they do have Stalk. We're going to be coming in with a Witch Hunter. We're also going to be having a Net. We're going to have Shems, and we're also going to have the Power for the regen there coming in for the Light Wizard. What we're going to be coming in with a Witch Hunter. Is he going to be coming in with Accusation? Perfect. This is exactly what I want to see. I saw this on my live stream here for my campaigns. I really like Accusation. We're also going to be having Voltmar the Grim, the big boy himself, Grand Soulfire, the Grand Shield of Faith. We're also going to be having Grand Hammer of Sigmar, Banishment, and obviously Jade Griffin. So it should be very interesting to see what happens here. Let's get into it. Ready, let's go. No, absolutely no problem there, OE. No problem at all, bro. So let's see what Extraordinary has to see here. So let's go in. Let's go in with the against OE here. Let's see what the Empire are going to do, how they're going to maneuver here. So I really like the Skinks here coming in here. These guys are going to get some good value on the front line. And as the Stunner's Revenge, unluckily here, they only have 90 range, so shooting back at these guys is going to be relatively difficult. They're going to have to get to the front line as well, as both of these, they don't have Stalk though. No, they don't, but the Community Skinks do have Stalk, so they could get some nice cheap value here. We do have the Fork Sentinels coming in here. They're going to be having their Rock Drops. They're really going to try and get some key units, but we do have the Stalk here, which is coming in from the Huntsmen, so they're going to get some nice free value there, as they're not going to get, they did just get spotted at the end, but they did get some values, they did get some arrows going through there for some nice cheap value. On the right side, we can have some Terran Runners, and pushing on the right, also some Cold One Spears. Shooting at the front, nearly getting caught out, we have the Chameleon Skinks. These guys will be shooting into the Great Swords, making sure they can't get caught. But the Huntsmen here are really going to trade very effectively on the front line here, up against the Chameleon Skinks. You have to be careful of those and micro those very effectively, as these guys are only coming in with 30 armor. Over here on the right, we are going to be getting some shots into the spears, but they are shielded, so they are going to be coming in with, I think it's 25% missile resistance. But we also do have the Pterodon Riders. Try and get these guys over the top of the Huntsman here and get some rock drops and get some good values. So we are going to be getting the Skink Chief shooting in as well, being a pain here. So we are going to be getting on the flank the Saurus Old Blood. So a good push up here coming in from the Lizardmen, as we have the Cohort here pushing into the front line, along with the Big Daddy Voltmar the Grim coming in on his absolute donut wheels here, pushing through, no care in the world, just pushing through, doing all the damage in the world up against these poor little skinks. And are they going to be popping Shall Not Die? They have now refused to die, sorry, that has been popped. But we are seeing that the Huntsmen here have been hopped onto here by a unit of Fork Sentinels. So they have been pushed off. And here, as they've been broken up, we're going to get the Cold Ones in the back. And there's a big blob going on here. So we have some great swords here fighting up against the... so accusation going on here up against the Saurus. He's going to try and get shot here up with the Sterling's Revenge. But we do have some Saurus coming up against the Great Sword. These guys will most likely lose here, unfortunately. But just like that, there is going to be a spell coming in here, as we do have a Feral Manticore summon. And they should be able to pop this on. And a Flock of Doom going on all over here, all over the Spearmen, all over the Empire Knights. So a good spell coming in here. We should see where this is going to land. And we do here have Voltmar the Grim coming up against the Saurus Old Blood, coming with Horn of Kygor. And he's going to be popping in the Grand Shield Faith. And there's a net going on here for Saurus Old Blood. So some fantastic micro coming in here from Kafka. Really shutting down these units, getting accusation, getting those nets in, shutting down these big targets that the Lizardmen are bringing forward. Over here on the right side, we do have Spearmen losing up against these Saurus Warriors. These guys are going to mulch through any of the Spearmen, but they're going to struggle here and maybe trade roughly effectively up against the Great Swords. They will most likely going to lose here. So in the front line, we do have the Saurus Old Blood pushing into some Great Swords, up with the Cohorts here and the Feral Manticore. So these guys should be able to, in their mass here, they should be able to take out the Great Swords. And if they can try and take out 2 units of Great Swords here, there's not a lot left to stop all these big dinos. It does look like he is having to push Volmar in, coming in with his Battle Prayer, increasing his melee attack and his resistance here. And we do have a big blob going on here. And over on the right hand side here, we do still have some range coming in from the Huntsmen, and we still do have the Stunner's Revenge. They should try and get pushed up by the Chameleon Skinks. We still have the Chameleon Skinks here holding at the back, and some Saurus coming back into the battle here, but this is where all the action is taking place. We do have the Saurus Old Blood here coming in with this bonus first large anti-infantry, armor piercing coming up against Voltmar. Voltmar is really going to struggle here, as we do have the caster in. I would like to see some more casting coming in from him, and maybe some more Flock of Doom getting over on top of these great swords. As we can see here, very, very even coming in from both sides, both having about 500 respectively, and we do still have lots and lots of units coming in. Unfortunately, some of the Saurus warriors here are getting beaten up by the front line here, which is the great swords. And we do have some units here of Empire Knights getting pushed off. But as you can see, the back line here from the Empire really getting pushed off. All three units really struggling and getting pushed off by the Chameleon Skinks. We do have a unit of Saurus pushing off, a very healthy unit of Saurus pushing off the Spearmen. A Banishment coming in the back. Not hitting, unfortunately, too much. We do have some Skink cohorts coming in. But as you can see here, another net going on top of the Saurus just to get him off of Voltmar the Grim here. We still do have the Light Wizard here, who's very healthy. If I were here and I were the Lizard Man player, I'd really try and push him and get him off the map if possible. Stop him coming in with these key nets and stop him from slowing down these Saurus Old Blood here. We do have a nice charge coming in from the Empire Knights. As you can see here, it's just a nasty big blob here of mess, with Saurus Warriors in the middle, beating up some Empire Spears here. There is nothing really much here left for the front line here for Empire. I think Empire are really going to struggle to start taking out some of these Saurus Warriors, as there's a very, very healthy unit over here, and we still have some Chameleon Skinks here with ammunition, and some very, very fast Pterodon Riders. These are probably going to come over and just push off the Sterling's Revenge. There's not many key things here left to shoot these Saurus Warriors. I think the Empire are really going to struggle here. We do have a unit of Great Swords here, but they're only chasing a unit of Skin cohorts with Javelins. These guys can just turn and shoot, get that poison in and renegade and shoot again. We do have the Skin Chief here. He's still going to be shooting all game. Just get him shooting up against the Witch Hunter here, getting some good value as he's fighting up against the ROR version of Red Crested Skinks. Still pretty healthy Light Wizard. Still going to come in with his nets here and his Shem's Gaze. Little bit of lag here, but we do have... Oh, there we go, going in straight up against the Saurus Old Blood. He's getting very, very weak now. He's only coming in with 900 health. He's really going to struggle here. And where is Voltmar the Grim? Did Voltmar the Grim get pushed off? I didn't see what happened to Voltmar the Grim. Oh, he's in the middle here. The Voltmar the Grim coming in with his Grand Shield of Faith. He's still got a healthy amount of hit points, and he's still got lots of healing here on his cap. So he has managed to pin in the Saurus Old Blood. But Voltmar will be struggling up against the Saurus Old Blood. We do need the Empire here to take care of this. It's still very, very close here. If the Lizardmen do lose the Saurus Old Blood, it could be very, very difficult for the Lizardmen to get back in it. He does need him to come in and start taking out Voltmar the Grim. But we still do have some relatively healthy Saurus in and around the pocket here. We still have a very, very healthy unit here. And the Empire do not have much to take it out. Pretty much only Voltmar the Grim left. As you can see, the Sentinels here hopping onto the Light Wizard. They should be able to push this guy off with relative ease. He doesn't have any armor and very, very little health pool, but he is going to be using Voltmar to try and push them off. They might even break before they get the opportunity. So good plays coming in there, but unfortunately, I think this is going to be a win for the Lizardmen, as their front line, they're just going to surround Voltmar the Grim here, as he doesn't really have any front line left, and he has lost his Witch Hunter. I really like the Witch Hunter pin. Very, very good. Lack of Mazdamundi is very sad to see, I'm afraid. I do like seeing Mazdamundi. But I do like seeing the Saurus Old Blood coming on the Carnosaur here. A very, very awesome unit. Dinosaurs riding dinosaurs. How can you be sad about that? But we do still have some great swords here in the back. Maybe could use the cohort Red Crested here. Maybe just pop Shall Not Die and just take a couple of units of these out. Just hold them back for the moment. As they're going to be pushing off the Spearmen. 3 units here getting pushed off. Voltmar is going to be trying to get on his wheels and try and get into the back of these guys and try and stop them from chasing off. We still do have some magic coming in here from the Lizardmen. But it does look like the Light Wizard is still here. On foot is a very, very dangerous pick, as you're about to see. He is going to be getting caught here. What's the speed here? So we do have 31 speed coming up against 35, so he might be able to get away. The charge bonus might be able to catch them. Should be interesting. And they're going to be getting shot here up against the Chameleon Skinks. So unfortunately, that is then broken and shattered. A very elite unit there going off. And we do have the Skink cohort chasing off some Spearmen. And we do also have some Great Swords and some Spearmen also going off, being chased by some Cold One Spear Riders. So these guys have rampaged here, so they're going to be rampaging up against Voltmar the Grim, and a good spell coming down, doing lots and lots of damage here up against the Saurus. Might even break them here. Negative 27 leadership. They have been broken. They will be pushed away, but there is going to be a surround. And we have a late game Ferromanticore coming in, really pushing that power balance. And I think that will be all that they wrote here, because although Vartmar is unbreakable, the Light Wizard here isn't. We could see a net coming in here. I'd like to see the Community King shoot up against Vartmar, shut him down, get that poison, really get some negatives to him, and that's it, unfortunately. Very, very well played for the Lizardmen here. Fantastic plays coming in. What a great match, guys. Fantastic match. I did think with the Great Swords in the front, I did think the Lizardmen might struggle. But very, very well played here. So 1.1k value coming in for the Cold One Riders, 1.1 coming in from the other one as well. And as you can see, the ROR Sentinels here coming in with 800, getting 73 kills, 6.6k value. Very, very good stuff coming in from them. As you can see, these guys always very useful, chasing off units, getting good value where they're needed. 1.2k value coming in from the cohort Sotek. That Shall Not Die is painful to deal with. You love them in against some elite units, none of it's going to die. They will take damage, but they won't die. 500 value coming in from the Skink Chief, just shooting darts all day. I really, really like this unit. You're not going to get much value here because obviously you won't get the Manticore. 2k value coming in from the Saurus Old Blood. Nice quick, a nice cheap pick there, sorry about that. 800 value coming in from the Saurus and another 500 there. As you can see, the Saurus, very, very good picks here, coming in with all their value. But well played to Kafka, unlucky to him, coming in with 201, 3.3k value coming in from Voltmar the Grim, just showing how powerful he is on top of also having the Jade Griffin with that healing. 500 value coming in from the Light Wizard. I really like to see the Witch Hunter pick. Is it a good pick coming in from the Empire here? Not too sure, but obviously good value coming in for the Spearmen, nearly doubling their value here, coming in with 600 there. 200 here, not too much value coming in for the frontline otherwise. Great Swords unfortunately not paying for themselves. That's unfortunate. Only one unit here paying for itself. 71 kills. Shame these three didn't pay for themselves. Neither did the Empire Knights. The Empire Knights were always going to struggle. They're already very slow, and when you're going to put Chameleon Skinks here into the mix, 66 speed, minus the negative as well coming in from the poison. Very, very difficult day for these guys. Only 400 coming in from the Sterling's Revenge. I do like seeing the Sterling's Revenge. I do like these guys. Unfortunately, they don't have Stalk, so they can also be shot pretty easily with only 90 range. And the Huntsman coming in with okay value. Unfortunately, one of them getting shut down very, very quickly. So fantastic game here, guys. Really, really awesome game. Well played to both players. So let's say well played to both of these guys. What do you think, guys? What would you have done differently if you were Kafka? What else would you have brought? What might you have thought to bring into the it here? But we do have OE in the final. Right, so we're just going to invite here. Do I have him on here? I don't. I'll send him a message here on Discord. Get him in here. Where is he? Right, let's void lols. The final is ready for you. Join up when you can. Pass is 456. Perfect. So we'll try and get him in here as soon as possible. So guys, a little announcement coming out here today. So as of next week, we're still going to be doing BattleMania, but BattleMania Season 1 is going to start, as I said earlier. And what does Season 1 mean? What does it all mean? So what it means is, as of next week, when you play, you'll be playing for points as well. So the further you get through the bracket, the more points you're going to get. And the first season will go over 4 weeks. So every single time, so for everyone that enters, you will gain points. So whether you're top 32, top 16, top 8, you will get points. And when it comes to the streams, we'll be playing the streams for, so 5th and 6th we'll play for 5th place. And then we'll be playing for 4th, 3rd, 2nd and 1st every single week. And all those 5 positions will also be getting extra bonus points on top. So what do all these points mean? So it means at the end of the 4 weeks, every single person's points will be added up over the entire 4 weeks, and the top 8 players with the most points will go to the BattleMania Season 1 Invitational at the end. So on week 5, there'll be an invitational where the top 8 players will play each other for prizes that will be in the invitational there at the end. So it will be a best of 1. There will be no losers bracket. It will just be one and done. Everybody will play each other all the way to the final, and you'll be playing for 1st, 2nd and 3rd that will all be having prizes in at the end of Season 1. So also, when you do participate, everybody will get points. So the more you can participate, the more chance here you have to get points. And after this battle is done and during the weekend and the next week, I will be revealing how many points you can get, how it's going to work. The system will stay the same, But what it will do here is it'll allow people to come along and play for a little bit more, and then at the end it will give you guys the opportunity at the end of the season 1 to play for some prizes, which will be fantastic. I hope for you guys, so hopefully that'll be something extra to play for. And yeah, I want to also say thank you very much to all the guys that have been playing. 23 today and 16 last week for my very first tournament. So thank you very much. And for you guys in the chat that don't know me, I am brand new, and I mean brand new here to multiplayer. I've only been playing for 2 weeks. This is my second tournament. I've done a lot of campaigns. I'm more of a campaign player, but Rubber Duck War has pulled me here over into multiplayer, and I'm really enjoying it. I love being here, and I've loved playing with you guys and playing in the WWC. And casting some of your videos, guys, so doing that as well has been really nice. So hopefully, as of next week, when we get that pointing system going, top 8 players will go through into the Invitational, and then I'll do a live stream for the entire Invitational. So every single game will be played, and it should be awesome fun. I hope to see some of you guys there, and then obviously we'll start seeing some of the same faces come every week, and then on my Discord, I'll be leaving a link there so you guys can see the table, see where you are, see how many points you got, and how many points you need to get into that top 8. So when you get through into the when you get through into the Invitational, coming between 1st and 8 actually does have a benefit. So if you do come 1st, you will be playing against number 8 in the first bracket. 2 will play 7, 3 will play 6, 4 will play 5, and then obviously it will go down from there. And then in the final, there'll be we'll play as normal, and we'll also have a 3rd place, 2nd and 1st place. So that should be quite fun. So hopefully you guys would be interested in that, and we'll be looking forward to that. So that'll be starting next week. So it'll be BattleMania Season 1.1. So that'll be the first week of the first season. So hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. So let's hopefully see if we can get Void in here. Where is Void? Okay, we'll add Void up here. So yeah, drop a comment down below, guys, and maybe tell me what you think about the Season 1 BattleMania. Add as friend. Cool. You are added, Void Loans. So hopefully you can add me up there. Perfect. So it looks like, yeah, so you should be able to join in there. So it should be an interesting final here. So we're going to be having Void Lols here come up against OE, or EO, sorry, I should say. Extraordinary Life of Felix. So RTK clan, we had 3 of these guys play today, so it's fantastic to see those guys come in. But Extraordinary here is going to have to beat Void Lols twice, so it should be interesting here to see if he can beat him twice. Void, you are to pick first. Hey dude. Map will be, I keep forgetting to do that. So map will be a Blue Reach River. Where's MP? Okay, so we have a big Lizardman bang coming in here. Not sad about that. Lizardman very strong. So we're interested to see what... Also, here's another question for you guys as well. I had a recommendation coming in from Console. He said he might prefer to see... so player 1 here on the top of the bracket bans 3 factions and then picks, and then the second guy picks. I don't know if you prefer that or you prefer the current system that's going on. So maybe you guys can also maybe drop a comment about what you think about that as well. Be good to see what you guys think. We can always give it a week and maybe see how it goes and see if you guys prefer it. So it looks like it's going to be a Listen. Oh yeah, so it looks like it's going to be a green. So Listen Man ban coming from Void and a green skin ban coming in from RTK, coming from Extraordinary. He does not like playing against green skins. Very, very clearly. I don't blame him there. So it does leave Skaven open if he wants to play Skaven. So he's going to ban green skins as well, and he's going to play Wood Elves. So he played Wood Elves in the semis before and did very, very well with them. Void Lords is very, very good with Wood Elves. I've seen him play multiple times with it, so it should be interesting to see what he does here. Hey Flex, how you doing, man? You doing well? If you just joined the stream. I'll go Empire. Okay. Oh, so we have the. I think this is the. Oh no, this is the rematch, but not the rematch. So Kafaf here did play Empire into Wood Elves before. So it looks like Void Lords is going to have to play Empire for the win here. So it should be interesting here. So before he brought some. He bought some Great Stag Knights. What else did he bring? He bought 4 units of Glade Guard. He also. What else did he bring? He bought some, I can't remember what else he brought. He brought a Life Caster up on an Eagle. And he brought... No, I can't remember what else he brought, actually. Now I have to try and remember. Too many games, perhaps. But that's roughly what he bought. And over here on the Empire side, we saw a Great Cannon, the ROR version. We saw lots of Shielded Spearmen on the front line. Robert Okawar is still in comp. Is it? No, he's not, I'm afraid. He's not. He went out to Gobbo Slayer. He lost to Gobbo Slayer. Well, how's your evening going, dude? You having a good evening? Yeah, so we also saw some guns. It'd be interesting to see here what he can bring. Maybe anything with Stalk will be quite good. We did see the RRR handgunners come in. They do have Stalk, so they were quite good there to see. As obviously these guys are going to have range superiority with with all of their fantastic artillery options they have. You know, they're going to be having all sorts of kiting abilities here with the Wood Elves. Probably one of my least favourite factions to play against alongside Bretonia. So it looks like they're ready. Great. Please wait for me to set ready before starting. Perfect. Looks like they're both ready. Let's hop into this. So here we go, guys. Final BattleMania 2 between Void Lords here, coming up against Extraordinary here for RTK. Should be very, very interesting. So we're playing on Blue Breach River. Do like this. A nice little pond here in the middle. Trees around the outside. Quite a nice little map here. I do kind of like this map. Relatively flat, but yeah, kind of nice. I do kind of like this. You've got a little hill here. Nothing really too much for the Empire player here to like abuse anything. If he wants to go maybe a little bit more boxy, be interesting to see how the Empire player is going to play. Is he going to go more cav? Is he going to go a bit boxy? Is he going to bring Carlafron because he's quite squishy? If he does, is he going to bring Life Mage? Is he going to bring Firecaster? Very interesting to see what he brings here. Lots and lots of stuff to come in. So let's wait for both of these guys to load in. From the Wood Elves, I'm expecting probably a very similar build to what he brought before. He did have a Glade Captain on top of a Great Stag, I believe, as well. Something I didn't mention he had. Didn't get too much value from it. It got shot relatively easily by Marcus Wolfhart, got netted a few times as well. Get some good value there. I do like Marcus Wolfhart, to be fair, for the Empire. Some good nets coming in from him. We could see Marcus Wolfhart here, coming with the nets. That might be a good play. Shutting these guys down a little bit. But yeah, I hope you guys are excited for Season 1, or at least excited as I am. Because it'd be nice to see you guys come in with a point system as well. So you guys have something to play for. And also means like the last 5 battles in the stream also become that much more important. Because it's going to exponentially increase as the final 5 places are played for. Right, let's hop straight into the Wood Elves here and Void Lulls. So he's going to be coming in with a Spellweaver here. Yeah, so that's what he had before. So he's going to be coming in with Opal Amulet, coming in with that damage resistance, Soul Quench, and he's going to be coming in with Apotheosis. So I do like that. And he did use Soul Quench last time to get rid of that Great Cannon very excellently. So we also do have 2 Waystalkers. Don't see Waystalkers very often, but I like these picks. Let's see what they're coming in with today. Get over these guys here. So he's going to be coming in with Arrows of Kurnos, of course, Hawkish Precision, and that's it. And the same for this guy. Yep, so he's going to be coming with both of those. So on the front line here, we're going to be having 2 units of Eternal Guard. What else have we got here for the front line? Not a lot. So we're going to be having 2 units of Dryads. And what have we got here? So we've just got some Hagbane Tips and some normal Glade Guard here. We're going to be having some Glade Guard Riders here with Spears. We're also going to be having, I saw some more Cav here. So we're going to be having just some normal Glade Riders there. And that would have been, and 2 units of Great Stag Knights. So he is a big fan of his Stag Knights. I kind of like them as well. They got Silver Shields. They do good AP. So it should be interesting to see what he can do here with the Wood Elves. But if we pop over here and we see Extraordinary, we're going to be seeing him here coming with some Spearmen along the front line. So we've got 2 units of Spearmen on either flank. We're going to be having some Empire Knights here in the back, protecting the rear with some more Spearmen. We're going to have some Knights in the Blazing Sun. And just some normal Empire, cheaper Empire Knights. This is a lot of guns. We also have some more stuff in the back here. We'll go to that in a moment. So it looks like we're going to have some Free Company Militia, Sterling's Revenge, so some more Free Company Militia. We're also going to be having some Huntsmen, 3 units of Huntsmen, 4 units of Huntsmen, and we're going to be coming in with Volkmar the Grim. Let's quickly pop into Volkmar and see what we've got here for him. So he's going to be coming in with Grand Soulfire, Grand Shield and Faith, Grand Hammer of Sigmar, Banishment, and obviously the Jade Griffin. So over here in the back, what have we got over here? So this is the Glade Riders with Spears. They're going to be in the back, waiting to get into that back line. So there's not a lot of front line here. Very, very interesting coming in here from the Empire. Kind of sad Waystalkers don't look like... How would you have them look then, Flex? Who's Killeran? I'm not sure who Killeran is, actually. I'm sorry to say, I don't know who that is. You might have to educate me. So there's like this is going to be a big push here. So he's going to be having... So we've got 2 units of Spears on the side, 1 in the back. And he is going to be relying here on his cavalry to protect all this here. Along with the Light Wizard here and Volkmar the Grim. So we do have some Arrows of Kurnos coming in. Shooting straight into that Light Wizard. Doing tons of damage. God, that was a lot of damage. We do have obviously the Spellweaver coming through. What is she going to do? Is she going to be... Yep, so it looks like she's going to be using Soul Quench here to try and get a good shot in. A little bit of lag coming in here. Going to be protected up against Volkmar the Grim. Good juking coming in there. Volkmar the Grim really taking that in the rear there. Fantastic plays from him. So it looks like these are going to be in tactical reserve over here on the left hand side. But we do have here some Glade Riders shooting to the side of some Spearmen. But we might be able to get some Huntsmen here who do have Stalk. These guys are not going to be seen. So I think Void Lulls is going to know what's up. He's going to go, well, half your army's missing and I can't see it. So it should be interesting. But as we can see here, most of it deployed in the forest. So it's going to be interesting to see. As also we're going to be seeing here with Extraordinary going, well, half of your forces are missing as well. There's a little bit of mind games here. So it should be interesting to see what might happen here. As we do have some Dryads over here. So he's going to be trying to maybe use these to bait out a little bit of Dryads over to this side. So maybe he can try and get some Great Stag Knight charges through into here. So Great Stag Knights should easily beat Empire Knights. Might struggle a little bit up against against the Blazing Sun, maybe a little bit. But maybe a good net coming in here from the Light Wizard. And the Waystalkers are really going to do some damage, actually, if they're not careful. But Nice the Blazing Sun should do some good damage up against the Great Stag Knights. And as we can see here, we are going to see the Spellweaver high coming round like he did before. He did get them round, use Soul Quench to destroy the cannons coming in from the Empire before. But these guys are going to kite. They only have 42 speed. So if they do happen to get caught out of position with nothing in range to help them, they could go quite bad in here. So we do have the Blazing Sun here. These guys only have 71 speed, though, is the problem. So Sterling's Revenge, they don't have Stalk, so he will see these guys coming. So he's going to back off smartly, and he is going to have the rest of his forces pushing up the left flank here. So So in the back, we do have the Glade Riders here shooting straight into the back of some of these units, but he is going to be able to use his Huntsman here to counter shoot as well, as he has far much more range here than the Empire does, which is quite rare to see. Spearweaver come around the back, see if you can maybe try and get onto some of these units, maybe get some Soul Quenchers in the back, get some good damage here. Should be interesting to see how we're going to find the Empire can push forward to get onto some of these units. Because he is going to have to try and shut down these Waystalkers. So the reason I like 2 Waystalkers is so you can shoot with one and kite with the other one. You're going to go after this one, that's fine. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to shoot with this one. But he is going to keep his Light Wizard in the trees smartly. Another 2 Arrows of Kronos there could finish him off. But he hasn't seen the Stag Knights in the forest. So here we go. Is he going to get away with it? He does have a unit of Spearmen close. So he has been spotted. Is he going to get the Stag Knights? No, he's going to back the Stag Knights off. Okay, so he doesn't want to engage there. He doesn't want to get his Stag Knights damage for nothing. Especially up when he's going to be coming up against Voltmar the Grim and some Spearmen here in the flanks. So here we go. Arrows of Kronos coming in. First one missing. He's seeing... Whoa, lots of damage. This Light Wizard is getting abused. And we're going to have Daddy Voltmar coming in for that protection. Oh, it's disgusting here if you're the Light Wizard. You've got nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Get him inside here. Get him inside the Empire Knights. Hide him as much as you can. Because that is awful there to try and hide him. You might want to try and maybe see if you can net maybe one of the Waystalkers. Just like the Knights of the Blazing Sun, I'm going to be getting shot up against 4 units of Glade Guard, even with the Headbang tips as well. Good that he's only got 1 unit. So you only need to shoot 1 model in here for the whole unit to be poisoned, which will slow them down drastically. So going down to 54 speed, these guys are becoming very slow. The Empire have pushed up well, but obviously they are going to be getting shot in the back here by the Glade Riders, and we are going to have the Spellweaver and the Great Stag Knights ready here to push in. And does he have his other unit over here in the back? I didn't see where the other spears came from, where the Glade Riders went. So now he does have his forces in, and they are in range. So it looks like they're going to be shooting here against the Eternal Guard. These guys not having much armor, they will take lots and lots of damage. These guys pretty cheap. They will do okay up against Spearmen. They should win roughly, but it's not going to be pretty either way. Going to be losing lots of forces. Dryads will do very well here. Will soak up lots and lots of damage. Get these Dryads. They are going to get in charge here from the Empire Knights. Really getting into these guys. But they do have quite a bit of mass, as you can see, stopping them. But they are still going to take lots and lots of damage here. So some good shots coming in and some good defense of the back line here for the Wood Elves. Let's go from their POV. As we can see here, we do have some great Stag Knights coming in the back. So perfect play, perfect patient play here coming in. But he does have some Spearmen here ready to sort this out. But he has his Cav all here at the front line. Nothing to protect this back line here. So he is going to be hopping into the back here. Nice big charges coming in here. Look at this, absolutely disgusting stuff coming here up against the Huntsmen. These guys standing absolutely no chance here. So we're going to also having the Stags coming in, really trying to shut down the Stellan's Revenge. So some good value coming in there, but these guys do need to keep hopping, they do need to keep moving. So the Glade Riders here need to get around and just really try and shut down these core key units. And the problem with Free Company Militia, very, very short range, very, very bad line of sights. So they're not going to be able to shoot up and over this hill like the Wood Elves can. They're going to need to get up to this hill and then shoot them. So they're going to take lots of damage whilst doing so. And you're also going to be having the Waystalker here just ping apart these units, really taking them apart. As you can see, Free Company Militia really getting shot down here with the Dryads coming in and the Great Stag Knights. So fantastic plays coming in there. So a good magic coming in here from Voltmar the Grim, doing lots of air effect damage here up against the Huntsman. But we do here have the Stellan's Revenge with increased melee attack coming in here, doing some good volleys here up into the Glade Riders. And it does also look like the Great Stag Knights have been broken. So some very, very good value there, pushing these guys off. They are going to be getting some Apotheosis here, some healing coming in from the high magic here from the Spellweaver. But they has managed to break 1 unit of Huntsmen here. Huntsmen and all the other free militia here getting pushed off the map, breaking here. A unit of Huntsmen have been broken. Are they going to be getting pushed off here by the Great Stag Knights? Maybe try and shatter these if you can. So make sure these guys don't come back. And as you can see, this line here from the Wood Elves being able to shoot at their free will into whatever they want. Start shooting up against the Stellan Revenge. These guys are going to come in with good AP values. Really will shut down these Great Stag Knights. As you can see here, both sides very, very even here. 500 and 700 respectively. A little bit more units coming here on the side of the Empire, but these guys can be very easily shut down. These Spearmen have had to work very, very hard to keep their back line well covered. As we can see here, we do have the Waystalker inside some Free Company Militia here. Really causing lots and lots of damage to these guys. These guys are actually no melee joke. These guys will do very, very well in melee combat, and a good charge coming in here from the Stag Knights. Yeah, these guys are done for, shattering there as well, so good work coming in there. But we do still have a good Empire blob here, really pushing back and shooting off the Wood Elf kiting force here. and he's going to have to start using his Dryas to really start pushing back against here. He is going to be sending in his Waystalker. This could be interesting. I feel like the Waystalker is going to go flying. Yep. Fantastic. I love the leap into the pushback. Fantastic stuff. Empire Knights will get dragged into these Dryads, and they should slow them down just a little bit. They might try and come around and get into these Grey Guard. They're going to shoot just as well in the trees as they were as if they were outside with the Wood Elves, and they're going to be getting lots of value here up against the very expensive Blazing Sun. So they have managed to push off some Empire Guard here, but we do in the back have some Glade Riders. Would like to see these guys get in the back, maybe try and get some value here up against the Huntsmen, but there is still a lot of forces here for the Empire. These guys are in the forest, but they are dwindling down on numbers, only having under 400 numbers now. They're very, very weak on their front line of Eternal Guard. These guys are losing up against the Spearmen and Voltmar the Grim. Voltmar the Grim, very, very healthy. You can't even see his healing cap in sight. Shutting this guy down is going to be very, very hard. You need to start getting your Waystalkers onto these guys, really start shooting them, and really start getting his health down. They do have a tremendous amount of ammunition pool, still coming in with 17 missile ammunition still, and they're going to be doing lots and lots of damage. A couple of misses there, unfortunately, but as you can see, they're going to be dropping back. Are they pushing anything off? So in the back, we do have some Dryads. I'm not sure where these guys have gone. Is he engaging? I'm not sure if he's engaging here. He needs to be engaging. I can't see me. Right, he needs to be forward and engaging here. Banner rules prohibit a forced engagement in the forest. Right, okay, so do you think it's been a little bit... Do you think Void Lords here broke the rules? I know he can't see the majority of his army in the forest. If that is the case, I can see what you're saying here. He does have the majority of forces in there, and I see he is trying to force an engagement here in the forest. If that is a rule and he has broken it, have to leave the forest. Okay, I will message. I will leave a message in the chat there. Okay, because I did see he wasn't engaging either. I know that is a rule. I know that is a thing that Rob Black Award did bring up to me last time, that is something that they do have to do. I'm not too sharp on the rules here. As long as it's fair play, I'm okay. If that's not fair play and you guys agree it's not fair play, then we'll have a chat with the players afterwards. If we also think here that Extraordinary here doesn't feel like it's fair, yeah, so he looks like he has pushed out, so he looks like he has listened, but I don't think he's going to win here either way. I think the Empire have got this in the bag. They still have a very, very healthy Volkmar. Getting Volkmar here in, try and get him into some of these Glade Guard here. So let's just see how this plays out. If the Empire win, we won't say anything, but otherwise we'll have a little chat afterwards. So he does need to, he is using his Waystalkers very well, getting good amount of damage, but there is a mass rout here in the pocket coming from the Huntsman and from the Free Company Militia. Lots of these guys getting routed, and he does have the units in the back here to push them off. But as you can see, the Great Stag Knights are going down here, taking lots and lots of damage. If these guys breaking off the battlefield, that's a Jominos loss. There's only 4 of them left, though. So interesting there. Voltmar the Grim is very, very healthy. I don't know how the Wood Elves are really going to deal. They have very little ammunition left. I don't know how they're going to be up against defeating Voltmar the Grim. I think it's just too healthy, unfortunately, for these guys. But these guys, Free Company Militia, are shattering. Huntsmen are going to start. He needs the Huntsman to come back here. So we do have some Empire Knights coming through with their resistance. Get these guys charging in while they're getting this bonus. So I don't mind this. We do have the Wood Elves still shooting. I don't mind them manoeuvring around. That's fine by me. So he is trying to engage here up against the Huntsman. So he has managed to get the Spellweaver down. Can he get on top of it, though, is the question. Unfortunately, Empire Knight's not very fast, only coming with a 66 speed. He is coming with 110 speed, so trying to catch him is going to be very difficult. He would need a net here. Unfortunately, losing your Light Wizard there in the beginning was very, very good play coming in for the Wood Elves, but very tragic here if you are the Empire player. As you can see here, we have managed to catch a unit of Glade Guard with the Hagbane tips, so very, very good plays there. Alistair Kurnos coming in there, I think it was there, on top of the Empire Knights, and they are fighting up against the Glade Guard here with spears. Sorry, the Glade Riders here with spears. So they should win relatively easy there. Very, very low armor coming from these guys. They should push them off relatively easy. Eternal Guard here. He looks like he is going to try and group. And he is going to try and maybe try and hammer down on these Dryads. These guys aren't very fast. 43 speed. We should be able to catch up with these guys. Actually, maybe they might be a little bit too fast, actually. Let's have a little look. What's Volmar coming in with? Volmar's coming in with 50 speed, so he should be able to catch, but I'm not sure if that's a wise engagement for him. He doesn't have any range left, though, so that is going to leave him in trouble. As we saw with the Dwarfs earlier, not having that range option is a problem. So was that Flex? I didn't think he meant to abuse, but rather he was forced back by a lack of infantry. Yeah, I agree, but also with the Wood Elves being inside the forest, I have seen that in the rules before. I have seen Robert Duck Ward did ban one guy. Well, he gave the win to somebody else in the previous one, so I will probably review that, and I'll have a chat with the players and see what they think. But we'll play it on as if there was no rule break anyway, even whether there was or there wasn't, and we'll see what the outcome looks like. So lots and lots of kiting potential still here for the Wood Elves, but when they run out, what are they going to do is the question. Unfortunately here, losing all of this, losing all of their range has unfortunately put the Empire here in a very difficult state. So we're going to be having some more healing here. Yep, lots of healing coming off the Stag Knights. Fantastic stuff there. So apparently Apotheosis, when all the units are fully healed, they can bring back units, which is interesting. So that'll be very, very elite here for the Great Stag Knights. They still have 21 units, and they're very, very healthy. But as you can see, they're coming very close up to their healing cap as well. So you're getting good amount of use out of these Great Stag Knights. So well played there from Void Lulz. And unfortunately, this pod here honestly has nowhere to go. He can't chase all of this. And he did. Those two Stag Knights did come back. Okay, so very interesting stuff there. But the Waste Stalkers are getting low on ammo, and they are going to have to start engaging soon. So it looks like nothing has been said. If I were him, I would maybe just start engaging the Internal Guard, force him into an engagement, and he also has no ammunition left on the Glade Guard here. But he's also not engaging otherwise. He does need to start engaging. I think perhaps maybe Extraordinary wasn't particularly happy with the wood play here. So he is just going to keep healing his Stag Knights. I think the Empire, he is using ammo. Who here is using the ammo? Where is he using the ammo? I can't see anything from the Empire player here. So yeah, the Wood Elves are fine. I'm not sure whether the Empire here should be engaging. I feel like they should be. But I think obviously with healing up these Great Stag Knights, it's going to be very difficult for these guys to come back. These guys are going to do lots of damage on the charge. Yeah, and they're just going to pin these guys and push them off. They've been shattered. They will be very, very quickly, unfortunately. So it looks like they are starting to circle, and it looks like the Waste Stalkers have run out of ammunition, and it looks like the entire force has run out of ammunition. So they do, as they are pushing off this unit here, that is the Empire Knights, it does count as engagement rules. But he does need to start engaging elsewhere. So he's going to be giving Voltmar the Grim inside this box, which is relatively interesting. So what we're going to be popping here, Opal Amulet, he's going to be going in for the dive. Voltmar the Grim going to be countering that charge here, coming in from the Stag Knights up against Voltmar the Grim. Empire need to engage, I think. It's true. It's unfortunate that they can't catch them, but it was the same with the Dowie. Up with Gobbo Slayer. Unfortunately, they can't catch, but they do have to engage. So there is also no engagement. There is an engagement coming in now, but they do need to engage. They do need to have an attack animation. They do need to have an attack order. They can't just sit in the middle. He might just be sitting in the middle, perhaps, because he wasn't happy with the way that Void Lulz play. I might have to get a chat with these guys and see what they think. It's hard to say, really. But as you can see here, a nice good surround here coming in from the Wood Elf player. So fantastic plays here, just shutting these guys down and really circling them. And Voltmar the Grim is just going to have to keep cycle charging, trying to get as much value as he possibly can. It's still very, very even according to the balance of power. Good magic damage coming in from Voltmar the Grim there. Getting a lot of his own units, but he will be getting a lot of damage from the other units as well. These Stag Knights are going to be very, very difficult to deal with. So Banishment coming in here, doing lots of damage up against the Glade Guard and up against the Dryads here. So very, very good stuff here. I like that Banishment coming in. And a good charge here up against the Waste Stalkers. Could break both Waste Stalkers coming here, but good charge coming in from the Spellweaver. So as both of the Waste Stalkers here were engaged, the going away and coming back in with the charge is fine according to the attacking rules. still very even here, because you do have Voltmar the Grim, who is severely tanky. This guy is super tanky. The only issue I have for the Wood Elves is, what do they have to take down Voltmar? He is unbreakable. What are you going to do? So he has managed to shatter some Spearmen. A little bit of lag here. But we do have the Eternal Guard coming back in. They could do some good damage. The other Spearmen have broken, but it does look like Voltmar has been pinned into the middle. But if he is able to get a banishment or something like that here, it could be very, very key coming in for him. So a charge coming in there, good charge animation. Still very even according to the balance of power here. But he is charging some units off, so well played there. These guys are broken in the middle. So he does still have the Stag Knights in there, getting some damage. They do have good armor piercing values here up against Voltmar. Voltmar will be taking lots and lots of damage, and the charge bonus coming in with the Spellweavers. So 62 charge is no joke. Also, Stag Knights coming in with 76 charge as well. The Waste Stalker's going to be having 55, is it 55 or 44 melee attack? I can't see him here. The Waste Stalker is going to be 55 melee attack, so no joke there either. He's going to be putting down a big hurting. If you're Voltmar, you want to try and get rid of that Waste Stalker, stop him getting in. And unfortunately, it does look like here we are going to be starting to see the Wood Elves pull away, as Voltmar isn't going to be able to get that healing cap that he needs. He's not going to be able to heal fast enough against the damage he's getting, and Voltmar most likely will be going down here. So well played to both players. There seems to be a little bit of Voltmar terror could be huge. It could be, but unfortunately I think balance about here. Robert War, if you wouldn't mind, mate, just dropping back into this battle and just checking. We did actually see here, we saw some Wood Elves. They did push back into the forest, and I would say at least 90% of their army was in the forest. Not sure if they broke the rules there, but then in doing so, the Empire did drop back and didn't engage, so they were also breaking engagement rules. They also broke engagement rules in the middle here, not engaging, so there's lots of breaking the rules here. I'm not sure who broke the rules first, who should win, who shouldn't win. It's a little bit difficult to say here, but I also will have a chat here. The 22% damage resistance. Also Terror, so good chat here from Murdoch War, coming with the Terror. It's going to terror out a lot of these units, but I think unfortunately he just doesn't have enough hit points left to do the damage needed, although that Spellweaver is very low. If you push off the Spellweaver, you could be in trouble here coming in. Oh, bit of lag. He does have 200 hit points coming in. He is also causing fire damage, and he goes down. So fantastic game coming in from both players there. Not for full HP Dryads, they were immune to terror. Yeah, good shout. Yeah, so very, very well played to Void Lols here. If it does go through, he will be the champion today here for BattleMania 2, so congratulations to him. Whilst we have a little chat with the guys here. Both of you. Guys in the chat, I'm not sure what you're thinking here. Yeah, GG's to both. Do we think there were any rule breaks? You could say there was a bit of rule breaking on both sides there. What do we think? It's a little bit hard to say. You both happy with the results? Right, we'll just double check that they're both happy with the result. Maybe one of them might have messaged me here. No, so I have no messages on WhatsApp here. Both are fine. I didn't see the gains, to be honest. Swooped in at the end. Yeah, no dramas, bro. No dramas. If they're both happy with the result, then we'll just carry on as normal. But as we're saying here, guys, as we try and finish this off, assuming both are happy with the results, Void Lols has won today's tournament, so congratulations to him. And very, very well played coming into Extraordinary. Very well played for him. WE should leave the woods. Really nice show how that cool rule work. Sure thing, I expected to be out of this tournament like 2 hours ago. You played super well, dude. Mania week 2 champion. So well done to Void here. He is BattleMania week 2 champion. Yeah, I imagine it was a little bit of sarcasm there, bro. No worries. But guys, just a quick announcement at the end. As I said just before this game, so yeah, GG's to both players. Well played to everybody that came in today. 23 people, fantastic. As I said, it's my second ever tournament I've hosted. But as of next week, we're going to be starting with our brand new Season 1 BattleMania. So I hope to see all of you guys there. So what does that mean? So Season 1 means, so for the next 4 weeks, you're going to be seeing everybody playing, and they're going to be playing for points. All those points are going to add up over the 4 weeks, and the top 8 players with the most points will go to the Season 1 BattleMania Invitational that will be playing for prizes. So then you have the 8 there playing, and if you come top in the bracket, you'll play 8th. If you come second in that bracket, you'll play 7th, 3rd, 6th, 4th, 5th. So then these guys will then play a best of 1. There's no double rounds, it's just one and done, all the way to the final, and we'll get a 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Those guys will receive prizes for the tournament, so that hopefully should be fantastic for you guys coming in, and that will be starting next Friday. So in my Discord, I will be leaving either like an Excel spreadsheet, or I'll be leaving like a website where I leave up all the points, and I'll be leaving an explanation there that explains the points and how it goes through. Even if you enter, you still get points. Can you try and get Turin to play? I can definitely try and get Turin to play. If Turin would like to play, then I would love to have Turin on the channel. Torino is always welcome here on this channel, the big Grandmaster himself. So yeah, so for example, and what makes the live streams here at the end more important is the top 5 places coming in next week will be gaining lots of extra points as well. So if you get in the top 5, you'll be playing for 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 3rd. So for example, today we would have had Void Lulz coming in 1st, we would have had Extraordinary coming in 2nd, and we would have had Kafka coming in 3rd. And then 4th and 5th would have been played for by the other guys. But we'll just do the top 5 there in the live stream for the most points. And at the end of the 4 weeks, I'll add them all up, we'll see them all together, and then we'll have some nice big grand final for some nice prizes. So hopefully that should be really exciting for you guys going forward. I don't know what you guys think about that, but maybe leave some comments here and let me know what you think. Also, going into next week, I did have a suggestion saying that for the top bracket player, instead of banning 2, picking 1, and the other player banning 1, is they ban 3, then pick, then the other person picks. I don't know what you guys think. In the current one, we do player 1 bans, player 2 bans, player 1 bans, then picks, and then player 2 picks. So I don't know what you guys think about that, so maybe leave a comment there as well. But I hope you did enjoy today's stream. I really enjoyed it. It was really nice to get some awesome games going here. I'm also going to be casting some more videos going for the WWC. I've got some nice games coming in from myself, and a few other people have sent me in some stuff personally. So if you guys do want to send me any stuff, join in my Discord. Maybe send me some videos of some stuff you'd like me to cast. I'll get onto casting some of those as well. And as I said, guys, I am brand new here, so any constructive criticism, I'm more than happy to hear, and it's really, really nice. I've already had some good stuff coming, so it's fantastic. Thank you very much, Void Lulz. But I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we will be coming back at the same time next week on Friday. We'll be coming in with 5 PM again GMT, so I hope to see all of you guys there, and it should be really good fun. So I hope you guys had a good time today, and yeah, I'll be seeing you guys next week, and at any time you guys can drop me a message and we can have a discussion about this and how we're going to go forward. So take care, guys, look after yourselves during these times, and I will see you next week. Cheers, guys.